The following is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska.
Smaller in stature than some of the other running backs that have been on the field today, but not in heart.
Taylor gets the shotgun set, gives it to Jack. Got blockers out in front. There's Harris in the midfield. Benches empty.
That was a moment right there. Wow, goosebumps.
And welcome back to the Embassy Suites in downtown Lincoln, Nebraska. Glad you're with us here on News Channel Nebraska for our live coverage of the 4th annual Team Jack Foundation Gala. It is a great night planned out for you. We're going to be broadcasting the whole program live. If you were with us earlier, they already held the press conference where we got to hear from Rex Burkhead, Jack Hoffman himself, Andy Hoffman, CEO. There's plenty of Huskers here. Also, keynote speaker Eric Berry. We'll be hearing from him as well later tonight. He is the comeback player of the year for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he has a very inspirational story about his battle and recovery about cancer as well. So this night is all about raising awareness and funds for pediatric brain cancer. The Team Jack Foundation, one of the biggest here in the company. So we're going to turn it over now to our PA announcer and enjoy the program.
Also, we are going to have a terrific live auction later tonight. The items are in display out in front of the ballroom if you want to check those out. And our silent auction items are along the hallways. That's going to go until 8 o'clock tonight. If you want to run out there and check out the silent auction items, you still have about an hour and 45 minutes. So 15 minutes until our program begins, so start to find your table. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, wake up.
Hey, Brittany. Does anybody know how many pills she took?
I don't know. Should we call 911?
No way, we'll get in trouble.
You guys, I don't think she's breathing.
How long has she been there like this?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Weren't you watching her?
Weren't you?
No, I'm not her babysitter.
Brittany, please wake
Brittany,
up.
Brittany, how many pills did she take?
You guys, we can't just leave her
Come
like
on, we
this.
gotta get out of here.
What does she
We gotta
need?
get out of here, let's go.
Are you talking to me? Huh? Are you talking to me this morning? You're awfully bright-eyed. Yeah? Ready to work, aren't you? Yep. Go round and round. Yeah. Round and round. Good job, Alec. Very good. Keep going. Keep going.
I became a foster parent because kids need homes while parents work things out.
Because you're not just helping kids, you're helping families.
Why should you become a foster parent?
Because it makes a difference.
So brothers and sisters can stay together to put an end to the abuse.
Because it's easier to become an adult if you've had a childhood first.
Because it's worth it.
Why should you become a foster parent?
Because you can.
Because you can.
Because you can.
Strengthen a family. Become a foster parent.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Around Our Area. Today's a very special and unique edition because we're not only talking about a place, we are talking about an event. I'm with Joe Mashonik of Lynch, Nebraska, and what we have going on is the Q125. So Joe, what exactly is the Q125?
Well, the Q125 is actually referred to as the Quasi-Centennial, more commonly referred to as Q125. It's the 125th anniversary of Lynch in this setting here. So
So this is an event that only comes around once every 125 years?
That's right. We have Diamond Jubilee, which is 75 years, the Centennial, which is 100 years, and the Quasi-Centennial, which is the 125th anniversary.
Okay, and we're doing a little bit of fundraising and things of that nature. What all do we have going on?
Well, we have, for fundraising, we're for the event that's going to be held June 15th through the 18th. That's the third weekend in June. That's held during our alumni banquet, which is a large event that's held each year anyway. It's probably the largest alumni gathering, I would say, in northeast Nebraska for sure. Anyway, it'll be held the third weekend in June, and we got a lot of stuff we have to raise money for. We have a couple street dances Friday and Saturday night and other things, parades and whatnot, and advertising. So we're going to raise a little money for that. And what we've been doing is selling some of this memorabilia we have back here. This memorabilia is mainly crockery that we've made up with the Lynch insignia on it there for the Q125. I guess it can be bought here in Specialties and more in Lynch and other places in town. And it's real nice. We got a lot of different things, collector stuff. We have salt and pepper shakers, spoon rests, crocks, you name it, they about got it. Anything that can be made of crockery, they have it here to sell.
All right, so Joe, you also have, or some people are putting together a book of some sort?
That's right. About a year ago today in February, we started with this book project, and it's really been quite an experience. There's been a group of about 6-7 individuals that have been working on it, and we started out thinking maybe we'd be lucky to get 300-page book for this Q125 history book. Our 1992 Centennial book was about 500 pages long, and it is really one heck of a book. It's well put together. And anyway, we went on with this Q125 book thinking, how much information can we really gather in another 25 years? We ended up getting a book that was about 540 pages long. It just got shipped off to the printer here about a week ago, and we're going to get a proof copy back, and then we're probably going to be ready for print pretty soon.
That sounds pretty cool. And then you also have, or the Village of Lynch is putting on a raffle of some sort?
Yeah, the Q125 committee is also, besides selling this crockery stuff, they have a couple raffles going on. And the big raffle is for our Q125 gun. That's a Marlin 1895 4570, and it's got all the bells and whistles. It's gold plated, and it's got the Q125 logo on it, and State of Nebraska with Lynch there on the receiver, and it's really quite a gun. And that gun just was finished, so we will be selling raffle tickets for that in the coming future, in the near future.
Now, I was in town a couple of weeks ago, and I saw a warning poster out at Bubba's Tavern, and it had something to do with the Brothers of the Bush. Could you tell us about that a little bit?
Well, it's actually Brothers of the Brush.
Oh.
Yes. And anyway, it's an idea that has come up. I think other towns have used it throughout the times here. And during the Diamond Jubilee, they did have a beard competition, and a lot of people grew beards. And they did so during the Q120, or during the Centennial too. Now this time during the Q125, we come up with this coining name of the Brothers of the Brush. And what the Brothers of the Brush essentially is, it's a group of conscious Lynch individuals from throughout the Lynch area, not necessarily in town, who want to honor the forefathers and founders of Lynch by growing beards, much as many of them did. The only way a guy's going to do a competition like this, or an event like this, a brotherhood like this, is to have some sort of enforcement. So the Lynch Q125 Brothers of the Brush had a duly sworn deputy sworn in, a constable, I guess, if you will, by the name of Garland Gelson. And he's been out throughout the town checking all persons capable of growing whiskers to make sure that they've either have them or have a permit. Now, if they don't have a permit to shave and they have not been growing whiskers, he will fine them, and it could be a hefty fine in the tune of up to $5.
That's what I heard, and that's why I had to start growing my beard, because I heard the constable was after me. So, you know, you got to do what you got to do being from Lynch.
That's right, and the fine and the amount of the permit cost was $20, but they said for TV personalities and stuff, it is much higher. It could be around $150, $600, I don't know. And the fines, well, Constable Gelson, he enforces his own fines, so a fine could be very hefty.
Well, no doubt. I took it very serious, and I started growing my whiskers. So, you know, I don't want to mess around with Garland, and not at all.
Well, we're glad that you're honoring Lynch's forefathers, just like most of us are. So.
All right, and if there's one point or a fun fact that you want to get out there and let people know about the Lynch Q125, what would that one thing be?
Well, we'd like to have everybody who's ever been around Lynch or been through Lynch, I think you know what kind of place this is. It's a fun place to be, and we would really like to have everybody show up for that event. That's June 15th through the 18th, third weekend in June 2017, and we'd like to have everybody come and support the Q125 and really enjoy themselves, because that's what we want to do.
Joe, thanks for taking a minute and sharing that with us, and thank you for watching another edition of Around Our Area.
Important notice for Nebraska SNAP clients. You will not be able to use your EBT card to buy food for 7 hours starting Saturday, March 25th at 11 p.m. Central Time and ending Sunday, March 26th at 6 a.m. Central Time. The Department of Health and Human Services will transition to a new EBT card contractor during that time. This change will not affect the use of your EBT card once the transition is completed.
Mom, if my knee doesn't get better, I'm not even going to play Saturday.
These should help. I got them when I threw my back out.
Are those your painkillers? I shouldn't be taking those.
I got them from the doctor. What's the worst that could happen?
Seriously? Lock them up or whatever.
All right. I'll find out how to get rid of them. Probably shouldn't have them in the house anyway.
Are you considering a career in broadcasting? With the help of News Channel Nebraska and the Nebraska Broadcasters Association Foundation, you can be a part of this exciting field. We are offering 2 $1,500 scholarships to four-year college and university students who will have completed 60 credits as of May 31st of 2017. Let us help you reach your career goals. For more information, contact News Channel Nebraska. Applications must be received to the Nebraska Broadcasters Office by March 2nd of 2017.
Mike, I'm heading out to run some errands. Better get up soon. Mike, don't you have to go to work? Mike. Honey? Are you listening to me?
Mike, get up. Mike, wake up. Michael, get up. Honey, get up. Mike, baby, wake up.
If you have a question about how to make a bid, the Qtego folks are wearing their orange shirts around tonight, so keep that in mind as you're sitting here. The program begins in about 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to get our evening underway. I am Greg Sharp with the Husker Sports Network, and I am thrilled to be with you here tonight as we're going to raise some money for an incredible cause for the Team Jack Foundation to fight pediatric brain cancer. Our event, our 4th annual event, is brought to you by Fat Brain Toys. We are thrilled to have them on board as our presenting sponsor here tonight. We're going to tell you more about them as our evening moves on. Before we begin, I'd like to say a few thank yous tonight. One of the big reasons why the Team Jack Foundation Gala has been so successful is because of all of our amazing sponsors. I'd like to direct your attention to the banners that are hanging up around the back of the room here of our great sponsors. I'd also like to direct you to your program on your table, pages 9 and 10, list out our sponsors who help make this event go on. I'd like to personally thank some of our big sponsors tonight. Our presenting sponsor, of course, is Fat Brain Toys, and a terrific Nebraska-based company that's gotten behind our effort here for the Team Jack Foundation. Thank you so much. Some of you enjoyed our VIP room before the start of our event tonight. That was brought to you by the Westerkamp family. Thank you very much to the Westerkamp family. Our Dynasty sponsor is the Home Agency, and Jim Baldonado, who we're going to talk to Jim a little bit later on tonight as well. Jim, we certainly appreciate you and your wife's support of our Team Jack Foundation. We also have our championship level sponsors, and I'm going to have you hold your applause. There's a lengthy list of these. The University of Nebraska Medical Center, Nebraska Medicine, and the Fred and Pamela Buffett Cancer Center, Great Plains Incorporated, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska. Also, a big thank you goes out to Mo Chajvar and Omaha Prime for providing tonight's main entry. Let's give them all a round of applause. We'd also like to thank Le Cordier Bakery for their supply of our desserts tonight. A thank you also to Sea of Red Wine, providing complimentary wine that servers will be coming around and pouring at your tables throughout the evening, as well as a thank you to Quality Brands of Lincoln for providing our complimentary beverages. And a big thank you to Raising Cane's for providing the meals to all the special kiddos here tonight. Let's hear that for all of our great sponsors. If you look around our room tonight, we are thrilled to have over 20 families with us here tonight with special youngsters that this night is all about. They've all been affected by some form of brain cancer. In addition, you will see a lot of special guests that we have with us tonight as well. We would like to thank them all. They're amazing people to be here and be a part of our event tonight for the Team Jack Foundation to spread awareness nationally for this disease. I'd like to take a moment to specially recognize several folks here tonight. Hold your applause. He's our keynote speaker. We're going to hear from him later tonight. A member of the Kansas City Chiefs, Eric Berry, is with us tonight. I would tell you Eric's college, but coming off our bowl game, it still stings a little too much to tell you where Eric played his college football, but we're glad to have him in Lincoln here tonight. Also with us, Rex Burkhead, Levante David, Hannah Houston, the birthday boy, Kenny Bell. Happy birthday, Kenny. He's 18 today. Alfonso Dennard, Cameron Meredith, Jeremiah Searles, Chris Kelsey, Joel Makovica, Tommy Frazier, Amir Abdullah, Quincy Anunwa, Spencer Long, Jake Long, Will Compton, Brent Qualley, Jordan Westerkamp, Tommy Armstrong, Joey Felici, Derek Foster, Josh Mitchell, CJ Zimmer, Sam Birch, Toby Okayemi, and Mark Bernhardt. Thank you all, gentlemen, for being here with us tonight. And I know my list is not complete. I missed a few. I missed Tiny, Brendan Stye. I saw him over here. Brendan, of course, is part of our network broadcast as well, so good to have Brendan here with us as well. And I'm sure so many other folks that are here that I did not see and get onto my notation, so I apologize if I missed of you. In addition to attending and promoting the event, every single table here tonight purchased these tickets for our athletes to be a part of this thing, so please turn to page 11 of your program and go through those names and special guest donors. Let's give those folks who's made these guys' appearance here tonight possible. Let's give them a round of applause. Well, enough of me for a while. Let's bring up our honorary co-chairs tonight. It's with great pleasure for me to introduce one of my great Husker that I've had a privilege of calling here in Nebraska, Rex Burkhead and his wife Danielle. Rex and Danielle, would you please come forward?
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us at the 4th Annual Team Jack Gala presented by Fat Brain Toys. It is an honor to be here tonight and be joined by all of you. This foundation was started because of a family's nightmare and diagnosis of their child with brain cancer. What started with a t-shirt sale has become a $1 million cancer foundation that is on the verge of groundbreaking research. To date, the foundation has raised nearly $4 million for child brain cancer research and is funding 5 research projects nationwide and counting. What is even more astounding is that of every dollar donated to the Team Jack Foundation, over 90 cents goes directly to research. In 2016, the foundation had its most impactful year yet, raising over $1 million in just 1 year. But we need more to give these kids hope. This foundation does not work without the generosity of all of you. We will continue to carry the torch in this fight with your support. For these kids, we won't stop believing in finding a cure. Your involvement is vital to that, so we thank you all for being here tonight.
Before we begin our program, if you would please join me in the opening prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you so much for allowing us all to be here and allowing everybody who's here to get here safely. And I pray that you would just allow us to have a wonderful evening together. And Lord, I pray that you would just come alongside of those who have been affected by pediatric brain cancer and any type of disease or cancer, Lord. I pray that you would just bless them, give them courage and just so much strength to endure and get through any tough times that they've had to come to face with their family and their loved ones. Lord, I just pray for this meal that we're about to have. Pray that you would bless it to the nourishment of our bodies and just bless the hands that prepared it. In your heavenly name I pray, amen.
When you're told that your child has a, life-threatening tumor, it's probably the scariest thing. When you're told that your child has a, life-threatening tumor, it's probably the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's paralyzing when you learn that your child has a brain tumor.
A sense of panic, hopelessness. You feel like you're alone, you don't know what to do.
There are multiple days that you wish you could forget. The day of diagnosis. You remember the instant, you remember the room, you remember the people that were there.
Nathan was 15 years old and they did an MRI and the MRI showed his DIPG. The type of brain tumor that Nathan had, no children survive this. It's basically a death sentence when they get it. He passed away after battling 22 months.
This country has shown that the diseases that get funded, we find cures for those diseases.
My daughter Emma was diagnosed at the age of 7 months old. She's now on her 5th different chemo regimen over those 3 years. She had chemo all last weekend for 72 straight hours, broke out from it on Thursday, a full body rash.
Our children need things that work better for their bodies.
And that's not just brain cancer, that's all pediatric cancers.
And I always thought 4%. Think of it going down. I think my sons would probably be on the bottom of the list.
And that's not good enough. Life is important and our medicines should be provided for every life. Team Jack has a sole focus of finding a cure and to do it in a way that doesn't permanently harm your child. Some of the medicines that my daughter has been on, it is known to cause leukemia in 10 years. As if having a brain tumor is not enough, adding leukemia on top of it in 10 years is not an acceptable option.
Pediatric brain cancer research is so underfunded that every dollar helps.
drops in the bucket have a cumulative effect when it comes to fighting this disease.
I want you to picture your child or your grandchild. Think if this would happen to them, what would you want to do? And that's what we're trying to do.
Every dollar matters, and we need money for research. We need your help, and we appreciate your support.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
Don't stop believing.
Stop believing. Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing. Don't stop.
Don't stop.
Don't stop. Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
And, appreciate you being here, being a part of this again this year. You guys have been such an inspiration to the Team Jack Foundation. We're glad to have you back with us here. The silent auction presented by the home agency will conclude at 8 o'clock, so keep that in mind as you're sitting through dinner. You're probably getting texts on your phone. That's okay. We don't mind you pulling your phone out here tonight because that means we're raising some more money. So keep those bids coming for those silent auction items. If you have a question how to do it, our Qtego folks are walking around in orange shirts. You can go flag one of them down. They can get you set up, and you can still make some bids on some of those items. As Rex mentioned, all of you here tonight are making an impact on this disease. You are the reason the Team Jack Foundation is making a difference in our world today. 2016 held many highlights for this foundation, marking their most successful year to date. One of those highlights was a $100,000 donation from the NASCAR Foundation, which recognizes this foundation and their work. Let's take a look at the screens.
It is Jack Hoffman of Team Jack coming out on the field right now in this 4th down and short. A young man who has battled brain cancer is on the field right now for the Huskies.
My name is Andy Hoffman, and I founded the Team Jack Foundation in 2013. There is nothing more disheartening than being told that your son is going to have to start a cancer therapy that they've been giving kids since 1982. To put it blunt, it just pisses you off as a dad to know that this is the best our society does for kids with brain tumors. And not just brain tumors, but all forms of pediatric cancer.
We are leagues behind lots of different cancers for kids. Now it is definitively switched to pediatric brain cancer being the #1 killer of kids.
It's difficult as a parent, and then it's also difficult when you think about how childhood cancer parents kind of feel sometimes like the kids might be getting overlooked, and it's just heartbreaking, and you just wish they didn't have to go through it.
We got our start in fundraising through the sale of t-shirts. We're a blue-collar family, we're grassroots, we're extremely rural Nebraska, and so we kind of took that lunch bucket mentality when it came to solving this problem.
He got this idea, and nothing was going to stop him from doing it. He's kind of made it his mission to raise money for research and try to help these kids. He wants to effect change, and this was a way that we've decided to try to do it.
Our goal is to raise as much money as we can, as fast as we can, and put it into the hands of the best researchers in the world to help find a cure for pediatric brain cancer.
We have raised a little over $3 million in 3 years, and we do our gala every year and then our radiothon, and those are probably our largest events. We recently started doing color runs, and then we just every day call donors and write letters, do direct mailers with volunteers. It's about finding a cure and finding better treatment for all children.
He is not going to sit back and let something decrease his kid's potential for quality life, but he's not going to let it be that way for anyone that has pediatric brain cancer.
For whatever reason, God chose us, and so we felt like it was our job, our obligation to the other families to use all of the blessings that in our life to try to do the most amount of good as possible.
Listen to this crowd as Jack Hoffman just scored a touchdown.
Oh, wow. What a moment.
Please help me welcome to the stage the 2016 Betty Jane France Humanitarian Award winner, co-founder of Team Jack, Andy Hoffman. Andy?
Thank you, Greg, for that kind introduction. About a year ago, Julie Hansen, who is here with us tonight, Julie, I'm not sure where you're at, if you could, she's right over there. She put a bug in Marilyn Meekum's ear, who's also here with us tonight. Marilyn is our Gala chairwoman. She put a bug in Marilyn's ear to nominate me for the Betty Jane France Humanitarian Award. Now, as many of you know, Julie is the mother of legendary painter Jeffrey Owen Hansen, who is also with us tonight, and you'll meet him again a little bit later during the live auction. Jeffrey won the Humanitarian Award in 2015. After talking to Julie, Marilyn took it upon herself to submit a very humbling nomination of me for this incredible NASCAR award. One thing led to another, and after a lengthy process, the entire experience ended at New York Times Square with a $100,000 donation from the NASCAR Foundation. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Julie and Marilyn, for your incredible graciousness and for taking the time to nominate me for this award. To be perfectly honest, I do not consider myself a humanitarian. Frankly, this award was given to the wrong person. I am not a humanitarian. I'm a dad, a father whose son has a brain tumor. And what is more is that I am not any different than any father who has ever been told that his son or daughter has a brain tumor. You see, when a father is told that his son has cancer and that the treatments that he is going to start receiving are over 25 years old, you begin doing everything in your power to help him beat this disease. My wife and I are not special. We have been doing what every single childhood cancer family in America does in their spare time: cheerlead and fundraise for childhood cancer. It becomes your hobby. For cancer moms and dads, it becomes a way of life. It's expected of you. Well, I know everyone in this room has been touched by cancer at some point in their life. Most of you have not been directly affected by pediatric brain cancer. So what is your excuse? Why are you here? Why did you pay for a ticket, buy a table, a sponsorship? Let me help you answer that. That's because you and the person sitting right next to you are the true humanitarians. I'm supposed to do what I did. You, on the other hand, have no excuses. You are just downright the best of the best. Without your amazing support, and I mean amazing, the Betty Jane France Humanitarian Award does not end up in Nebraska. And so with that, it is with the deepest gratitude and appreciation that I say thank you. Thank you for helping Team Jack raise over $4 million since Rex Burkhead's senior football campaign. Thank you for your unending support of this disease. And most importantly, thank you for giving kids hope. Truly, the Betty Jane France Humanitarian Award goes to you. Congratulations. After Team Jack found out that it was named as a finalist for this NASCAR award, the NASCAR Foundation asked us what we would do with the money if we won. After careful consideration, the answer became simple. We decided that we wanted to use the money to help kids as fast as we could. So we told NASCAR that if we won the award, that we would try to use it to help fund a clinical trial. In the pediatric cancer world, a clinical trial can be the difference between life or death in a child. Generally speaking, a clinical trial is when an existing adult therapy is given to children as a trial medication because of laboratory or other research findings. Clinical trials generally last 3 years and can cost upwards of $2 million. Because they are generally funded by multiple foundations coming together, $100,000 can actually be the difference between a clinical trial happening or not. So hold that thought. 4 years ago, nearly to the date, the Team Jack Foundation made its first ever research grant to the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, Harvard Medical School. This $275,000 laboratory research grant was made possible by the sale of our first Team Jack t-shirt. While there were multiple goals of this research project, the overarching hope was that new genetic mutations could be identified in child brain tumors that could lead to therapies for targeted therapies. Now fast forward to today, 4 years later, and just last month, the prestigious medical journal Neuro-Oncology reported on the results of this study. Additionally, the results of this study were published by Forbes magazine and several other national publications. The results were simply amazing. Tonight, for the first time, I'm excited to report that a new clinical trial is currently being developed right now as a result of the findings from our first laboratory research project. With enough financial support, this new drug will be delivered by children before the end of the year. To put things into perspective, over 2 years ago, in the fall of 2014, my son enrolled in a clinical trial. This clinical trial has caused him to be in remission since that time. His clinical trial in 2014 would not have been possible without some foundation, some donor, some humanitarian deciding in 2009, years before his diagnosis and the inception of the Team Jack Foundation, that they needed to invest in research. A private foundation in New York was responsible for those discoveries that had potentially life-saving implications on my own son's life. The bottom line is this: your dollars are making an impact right now. Believe it or not, the kids in this room will someday benefit from all the support that you have given over the years. And if not these kids, the kids who will hear next week that their seizure was caused by a brain tumor. Donating money for child brain cancer research is not hocus pocus. Tonight, you are a change agent. You are changing a child's future. So everything comes full circle. The Betty Jane France Humanitarian Award, made possible by all of you, will be the first dollars into this new clinical trial. And with your continued support, those dollars are just the beginning. Tonight, we can all make history in a child's life. Next year, some oncologist somewhere in the country is going to deliver the exciting news to a desperate young family that they should have hope. Hope because of another new novel therapy that is targeted for their son or daughter's brain tumor. Tonight, I'm asking you to help us deliver hope to these families. Let's finish what we started, from the sale of a t-shirt to laboratory research to a newly proposed clinical trial. We can make history together. Now, you want to hear something awesome. National clinical trials are a fantastic option for kids. What is so exciting for the kids in this room and throughout the Midwest is that these trials are coming to a children's hospital near you. With the Team Jack Foundation's $1.5 million pledge in 2015 to the Fred and Pamela Buffett Cancer Center in Omaha, we continue to work on the exciting development of a brain tumor program which will enable our state to host these clinical trials. From better clinical care to access to the newest therapies, we are committed to helping deliver these novel therapies to kids right here in Nebraska. All of this is made possible because of you. You are a difference maker. You are a humanitarian. So it's simple. Kids need your help. They need money for research. I wish I didn't have to ask for it, but we do. Without it, we cannot move the chains. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bidding, buying, and donating. Tonight, you are making a better history for a family next year. Thank you so much, and God bless.
I love how polite everybody's being, but please eat. We're rolling through tonight, so there's not a natural break, so dig into your dinners. What an honor for Andy and his family and the Team Jack Foundation. A tribute to all you continue to help to vote for the foundation to win this award. This was a public vote, so it took a massive vote for this to happen for us. In visiting with the founders of the Team Jack Foundation and all the wonderful people involved in this organization, one of the things they expressed to me was how incredibly benevolent Nebraska businesses have been to this cause, and a lot of them are hanging on the wall here in our ballroom tonight. One of these businesses is none other than Fat Brain Toys from Elkhorn. For over 13 years, yes, please, give them a round. For over 13 years, this company's mission has been to enrich families and provide them with a smarter way to play. But more than anything, they are still a family-owned and operated business that takes great pride in every customer within their community. In addition to this, they are a company that is committed to helping others, and their support of the Team Jack Foundation, not only tonight, but on a year-round basis, is a shining example of their philanthropic spirit. Please turn your attention to our screens.
The human brain is made up of nearly 100 billion neurons. As we grow and develop, those cells form a vast network of complex pathways. This networking grows exponentially, linking one cell to thousands of others, and those to thousands more, creating trillions of connections that lead to walking, play, learning, love, art, mathematics, and cures for diseases. For 14 years, our mission at Fat Brain Toys has been to inspire kids to imagine and learn through authentic and smart play with toys that matter to their gray matter. But when a pediatric brain cancer diagnosis becomes the center of a family's life, toys don't matter as much as working together to find a cure. That's the time when a greater network of friends and loved ones must come together to support those that need help. Being a part of that network led Fat Brain Toys to partner with the Team Jack Foundation to raise money for research through the Team Jack Roundup. Thousands of our customers rounded their purchases up, donating their spare change to help make a big change. Our customers supported our partnership with Team Jack, but it was a unique phone call that provided us with an unexpected realization about the reach of each of our networks. After filling a corporate order, we received a phone call from one of the largest philanthropic organizations in the United States, the Dalio Foundation. They saw the information for the Team Jack Roundup and, inspired by our passion and partnership, made a donation of $10,000 to Team Jack. In that moment, we realized the reach of each of our networks is so much wider than we think. Fat Brain Toys is challenging everyone to be a little more vocal in the fight against pediatric brain cancer. Wear your passion on your sleeve. Start your own fundraiser. Support a Team Jack color run. But above all, speak out about the fight. Your voice has the power to reach out and connect to other people in ways you cannot imagine. Your advocacy will create change. Speak out and join the fight with Fat Brain Toys and Team Jack.
Invite the founders of Fat Brain Toys, Mark and Karen Carson, and family up to the stage for a special presentation.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming. 7 years ago, Nathan Wagner, whose mother Monica is here this evening. Monica, are you here? Can you raise your, there she is. Monica had a son, Nathan, who passed away from pediatric brain cancer. Nathan was a classmate of our son, Adam, and our soon-to-be fiance, or Adam's fiance, Liz. In fact, Liz and Nathan went to school from first grade all the way up. You see, Nathan had a spirit, a spunk, a heart of gold, and I must add, quite ornery as well. I recall Adam and his friends wanting to go to the College World Series in the first part of June, and of course it was extremely hot. I told Adam I'd check, no promises. I needed to check with Monica if he could go. I was nervous about the heat, and I didn't know how he would do. She didn't hesitate a bit. In fact, she said, oh my gosh, he'd love to go. You know, he has chemo that day, but go ahead and pick him up at the med center. Now, for me, it took me back because I literally just took my son to the Quick Shop to pick up some Gatorade. I'm too cheap and got some snacks to sneak into the College World Series. Yet she just took her son to the med center for a chemo treatment. I hung up the phone, and with a lump in my throat, knowing how sick he was and how hard their family was fighting, she remained an incredible upbeat spirit. The disease rocked their world. Yet this amazing, young, 17-year-old boy still had it in him to joke with his friends and battled to the end. As a mom, my heart broke for their family and for many others at this time that are currently fighting. So we knew where our energy needed to be focused. We are incredibly blessed with our health, and we needed to reach out like you've seen in the video and do what we can to hopefully research to beat this disease. Tonight, this room is filled with the energy and an incredible group of people ready and willing to make a difference.
And on that notion of people ready to make a difference, I just wanted to make a couple quick shout-outs. First, when Karen and I announced to the rest of the company that we'd be sponsoring the Team Jack Gala again, within minutes, we had 30 employees and spouses stepping forward to volunteer in any way that they could help. That spirit of giving is, really what tonight is all about. So I want to thank you all you Fat Brainers. But lastly, I wanted to share with you a couple details about our Team Jack Roundup program. So about a year ago, we began asking our customers, both in-store and online, if they'd like to round up their purchase to the nearest dollar to benefit research for pediatric brain cancer. I'm very proud to report that over the last year, 20,000 of our customers donated a total of $6,000. So $6,000. Now, there's a few of you brainiacs that are out there probably doing the math in your head and realize that that's only 30 cents per customer. But the significance of this wasn't lost on me. So while hopefully everybody in the audience is ready to make a big contribution tonight, please remember how much good can be done by lots of little acts of kindness. So in our case, we had 20,000 little acts of kindness that added up to real money that can be used in the fight against pediatric brain cancer.
So on behalf of myself, my husband Mark, our children Adam, Liz, Mackenzie, and Jenna, and the entire Fat Brain team, we are excited and honored to present this check for $30,000 to Lamaya Lucky and Grady Simons and the Team Jack Foundation. There you go. Can you carry it back?
Mark, Karen, thank you so much. That is fantastic. We are delighted to have with us tonight Dr. Carrie Gallion. Fat Brain's compassion, something all Nebraskans can be proud of, and again, thank you so much to Fat Brain Toys for being with us here tonight. As you know, in the past year, the Team Jack Foundation has been working hard to create specialized care right here in Nebraska to help our Midwest kids. In addition, the Foundation Scientific Advisory Board is currently researching new projects to fund. Our next speaker is one of the founding board members of the Team Jack Foundation, Dr. Carrie Gallion, who practices medicine in Norfolk. Her enthusiasm for fighting this disease is unmatched. Let's give it up for Dr. Carrie Gallion.
Hello, my name is Dr. Carrie Gallion, and on behalf of the Team Jack Board of Directors, welcome, and thank you for coming out tonight. So let me set the tone. Here are the statistics. Pediatric brain cancer is the #1 killer of kids. According to the recent trends, It is estimated that over 4,500 new cases of pediatric brain cancer will be diagnosed this year. More than any other cancer, brain tumors can have a lasting and life-altering physical, cognitive, and other psychological impacts on a child's life. This means that brain tumors can often be described as part neurologic disease and part deadly cancer. For example, Jack has to deal with seizures, and Caleb, who's here tonight, has to deal with strokes, all because of some of the treatments that they've received thus far. Even benign brain tumors can be deadly if they interfere with vital portions of the brain. There are more than 120 different brain tumors, many with their own multitude of subtypes. Despite the amount of brain tumors and their devastating prognosis, there have only been four FDA-approved drugs and one device to treat brain tumors in the last 30 years. The 4 approved drugs for brain tumors have only provided incremental improvements to patient survival, and mortality rates remain little changed in the last 30 years. There has never been a drug developed and approved for malignant pediatric brain tumors. Between 1998 and 2014, there have been 78 investigational brain tumor drugs that entered a clinical trial evaluation process. 75 of them failed. That is a 25-1 failure ratio in developing new brain tumor treatments over the past 2 decades. So why Team Jack? We are here because there is a certain quality that all successful people or organizations have to have. Team Jack believes that something different than that which has happened in the last 30 years is possible. We believe that treatments will improve and that a cure can happen. The Team Jack Foundation has raised, as you've heard, close to $4 million since its inception. 90 cents of every dollar goes towards research. And as Andy has said tonight, one of the initial research studies that was funded by Team Jack, thanks to all of you, has found a gene mutation that researchers are developing a targeted immunotherapy treatment. So what does that mean? It means that a brain tumor has a certain gene, if it's gene detected in it, we can treat it with a very specific drug instead of a nuclear bomb that we currently do. And that means that you can do that localized and potentially cure that cancer. And because of your support, the next round of trials will begin, and this holds extraordinary promise. Team Jack is currently recruiting a pediatric neuro-oncologist as we push forward with developing a Center of Pediatric Brain Cancer Excellence. And half of the $3 million project has been funded by the Team Jack Foundation because of all of you. Team Jack is a national player in the field. Our scientific advisory board is currently reviewing grant proposals from Sloan Kettering in New York, Seattle Children's Hospital, and Harvard. Pretty awesome. So the next obvious question is, why can't things happen faster? Treatments and ultimately cures take time to develop. We are working with children whose cells are constantly changing. To put things into perspective, I think Will Smith said it best. You don't try to build a wall and say you're going to build the biggest, baddest wall that's ever been built. Instead, you say, I'm going to lay this brick, and I'm going to lay it as perfectly as a brick can be laid. And if you do that every day, soon you have your wall. And in Team Jack's case, our wall is a cure. Winning the war on pediatric brain cancer isn't a quick path, and there are no shortcuts. Getting to a cure is a campaign, a daily grind, a daily fight. In 1965, childhood leukemia was the #1 cancer killer of kids. Today, the long-term survival rate of that cancer is greater than 85%. With your help, Team Jack is going to lead the way and accomplish even more for pediatric brain cancer. So Brian's gonna play this music. And I just want you to think for a second when you're in the stadium and you hear this music. You get the goosebumps on your arm. You feel that awesome energy as everyone's clapping and ready to see a good game, okay? So you take this feeling and you get, when you hear this, and you multiply it by 100. Okay? And I think that must be what the parents of these kids must feel when the doctor tells them that their tumor is gone, it's shrunk, or it hasn't changed. You can, because even no better, but no growth gives these families the priceless gift of time. And time leads the way to hope, and hope to believing that a cure is possible. So I am the Team Jack recruiter tonight. I don't know if this comes on here, but it does. All right. So even that I'm in a foo-foo dress here, I'm the recruiter. I recruited the 2017 class. I talked to a few of you out there. I want you to come out. So any football players that want to come up, I know Amir, Rex, Kenny, Westerkamp, Tommy Armstrong, Jared Crick, and whoever else wants to come up. Amir, if you have a suit that looks like Amir's, you come up here, because that was awesome. So everyone's going to come up here. And so as they come up here, I just want you to know that I plan to sign every last one of you in this room tonight. Every last one of you is going to have, so give me a little bit, yeah, just a little bit, okay. So every last one of you in the room tonight is going to have a role on our team, okay? We are going to need your time, your talent, your connections, your money. Here is what it is to be on the Team Jack team. No one can beat us because we don't get beat. We might fall down every once in a while, but we always get back up. We are relentless. We rise up. Rise up. Rise up to our potential. Rise up past our limitations. We set the standard for those around us. We don't act like a sheep and conform to the standard. We lead the way. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? So, get up, man up, and give big tonight.
When she got me, I almost jumped up on the table. Let's go! Let's go!
How about that? That was fun, wasn't it? Thank you, Dr. Gallion. That was great. Good to see all the guys here. Josh Mitchell's jacket blinded me a little bit, but I'll return to that. One former Husker snuck in after I did the introductions. I've got to introduce him. He's Husker royalty, former Heisman Trophy winner Johnny the Jet Rogers with us here tonight. Jet, good to see you. The foundation is blessed with many different donors and volunteer standouts who help with this disease and get the publicity that we need to get our efforts out and about. With that, the Team Jack Foundation honors one of these donor standouts tonight who has been exceptionally supportive during this past year. Please welcome to the stage 10-11 anchor Bridget Farjan, who's also a Team Jack board member, and brain tumor survivor Jessica Gooder. Bridget?
Good evening. The Teammate of the Year award is given to an individual who exemplifies dedication to pediatric brain cancer. Prior recipients of this award include 2015, Mr. Jim Baldonado and family from the Home Agency. 2014, Mr. Keith Zimmer, Senior Associate Athletic Director of Life Skills at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. And in 2013, Mr. Sid Dinsdale, Chairman of Pinnacle Bank. In 2016, our Teammate of the Year has made a gigantic impact on pediatric brain cancer, giving the foundation its single largest donation to date of $175,000. That definitely deserves a round of applause, and that was a highlight of 2016. So tonight, we are honored to announce that this year's recipient of the 2016 Teammate of the Year Award is Mr. Tom Jensen. Mr. Jensen, we thank you for choosing to support this cause and are honored to have you here with us tonight. If I can just say that as a board member, when I was on the conference call for our monthly meeting and that Kylie and Andy told us your generosity and the dollar amount that you were going to give to the Team Jack Foundation, I think all of us were momentarily left speechless. We were blown away that someone would, out of all the causes that are out there, out of all the foundations that you could choose from, that you picked Team Jack and you picked pediatric brain cancer. So on behalf of all of the Team Jack board members, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Mr. Jensen learned about the Team Jack Foundation through a flyer he received, and after necessary research, decided to invest in the cause. He's a native of Nebraska and an avid Husker fan. Your generosity and support for this cause is truly appreciated, and it will make a difference in the fight against pediatric brain cancer, so thank you.
Thank you again to Mr. Jensen for your support and your help, your generosity. We greatly appreciate it. Folks, tonight we are here for one reason, and that is to fight child brain cancer. If you look around this room, you're going to see families that have been affected by this dreaded disease. This is a disease that affects the lives of 4,600 children every year. Some of those children won't survive, and if they do, they have to fight the long-lasting effects of having brain cancer. In addition to funding research, this foundation has created a support group where these families not only become friends, they become family. This year we have a lot to be thankful for, which shows the strides that we've been making in funding research. For the first time in nearly 3 years, Emma is finally getting a break from her treatments. Oliver, Kaylee, Alex, Grady, Jack, many more have great news on some routine MRIs that they've recently taken. Caleb, who, when diagnosed, was given just 8 weeks to live, celebrated his 10-year anniversary from being cancer-free. All of these young folks are with us here tonight, so seek them out, tip your cap to them, and tell them to keep the fight. We continue to be grateful, but the reality is child brain cancer still exists, as the doctor was outlining earlier with us. Also last year, we lost a little girl from an aggressive brain tumor. We've had children on their 30th surgeries from side effects, and child brain cancer was reported the #1 cancer cause of death among children. These kids deserve more, and we need to do more to give them that hope. Let's take a moment to honor the real heroes tonight. To help us do this, we would like to introduce you to our very next special guest. She was, in her previous life, a preschool teacher here in Lincoln, Nebraska, who decided to pursue her dreams as a singer when she auditioned for season 10 of the U.S. singing competition, The Voice. You may have heard of it. She's a native of Grand Island, Nebraska. She ultimately finished second runner-up. In addition, she's been a huge supporter of the Team Jack Foundation, and for that we are grateful. Attending a very special gathering of families at the Foundation's annual tailgate event here in Lincoln. We're pleased to have her for that. So please help me welcome to the stage Nebraska's own Hannah Houston.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. You say I took the name in vain, but I don't even know the name. And if I did, well, really, what's it to you? There's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter what you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Wow. Good night, everybody. Hannah, that was beautiful. Before we continue on, I'd like you to please direct your attention to our video screens as we again look at why we are here tonight. Your attention, please.
There you go.
Oh, he's just a ornery, fun kid.
Is this thing on?
Loves those prank jokes and all that.
Wow.
Football was his thing. He did midget football. We loved watching him play football.
I started way back in 6th grade. I was put on the Chargers, and the 1 year I was there, we won the championship. Yeah. High five. I woke up one Monday morning and I asked my mom if I could stay home because I have a headache.
Nicholas had started having headaches, and we started getting concerned even more so because he started throwing up.
I was throwing up nonstop.
And then shortly after, the ER doctor came into the room and he asked us to have a seat, and he said that your son has a mass on his brain the size of an orange, and we are sending you by ambulance to Omaha. They did the surgery. You know, that was hard to walk away from him and knowing what they were going to be doing.
Yeah, they said they cut the top layer, peeled my forehead down, and got it going.
Then when the neurosurgeon came out to get us, he took us into this little room and said, you know, when we got in there, it looked more aggressive than we originally thought, and we need to wait for pathology.
I felt great. A million times better, I can tell you that much.
We went home that Thursday. Nick was doing great. He said he felt amazing, no more headaches. He wouldn't known anything even happened. Yeah. It was a Thursday, February 12th. He called and said, you know, that Nick was diagnosed with grade 4 glioblastoma, which is a very aggressive brain cancer that has a high reoccurrence rate, and that there currently is no cure for. That he would need him to start radiation and chemo immediately, and he lined us up with Dr. Abramowitz here at Children's Hospital. We were scheduled to come back in October for a routine MRI, and we had noticed a few little things that we were questioning with his speech. He would kind of fumble some of his words.
I just wasn't feeling right. And I don't know how to explain it.
So we were a little worried going into this next MRI, and then a week later they called and said that it is tumor regrowth. Because of where it was located, Dr. Abramowitz told us that Nicholas wouldn't survive. So that was hard. But he did.
Nick is actually an awesome kid, and he was always fun to be with. So we always joked around quite a bit. He has been through several things, and his family has been his stronghold. But it takes a village. My grandmother once told me, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to cure a child. So we all are in this together.
And that was hard for Nick. He had a hard time with this surgery.
A lot more sluggish coming out of it, and coherent and stuff.
Dr. Abramowitz was concerned because he wasn't answering questions right. They asked him at one point, Nick, do you have any brothers or sisters? He said no. And he clearly has a sister. But that was horrifying for me to see the look in his eyes when you're asking him a question and he's just looking at you like, I don't understand. But the way he describes it, he says, Mom, I knew the question, but I couldn't get it to come out. I just couldn't get it to come out. So that scared me. So I just kept praying, you want your kid to survive the surgery to begin with, but you want the same kid coming out of that surgery that went in. So, and those are, some of the different possibilities with this type of cancer, we started looking at clinical trials, which is very frustrating because there are very few options for children that are looking at clinical trials for this type of cancer. Everybody would tell us, you know, your son's 16, when he's 18 he will qualify. Well, we don't have time for that.
One size fits all doesn't fit your head very well, does it?
Today we were doing the EEG to see if he needed to continue seizure medicine.
It kind of monitors it, and we needed to get that test done today also. So between the MRI and that and a regular clinical visit, that's kind of what we're back up here for today.
This is what it's all about right here.
Yeah.
Family, friends, co-workers, employees, everything. We treat every kid here like they're ours, and if I meet you, you're mine.
Yeah.
That's it.
We could tell.
So he may
right
not
now.
be black, and he may not have French braids, and he may not eat my spaghetti or my fried chicken. He's mine. Team Nick! Woo! That's enough.
He's an awesome, awesome kid. Has the most positive attitude about everything in life, you know, and, you know, makes all of us here feel very special when he comes to visit. How are you, my friend?
Great.
You're great? Awesome. I like that. Having that support in research dollars is so important to make sure that those things that are coming up the pike become reality so that we can make the lives of these kids affected by childhood cancer and by childhood brain tumors much more positive.
One of the worst things with this diagnosis, I think, was seeing my dad cry. Because that is one thing you never can forget. Because that's the guy who, he's the man.
Nicholas has never once complained about this entire situation. He's more concerned about us than he's concerned about himself. When he saw how hard we were taking this, it's like he would go out of his way to make us laugh. Yeah, he's never once complained, he's never once cried, he's never once said why. I mean, and it has definitely strengthened his faith in God, and yeah, he's been amazing through this whole thing.
I don't know if I'd be able to handle that if my kid was put through that, because one thing I think about is how hard it had to be for them. Because knowing that your kid has cancer, I don't know what it feels like. I just know what it's like to have cancer.
They have this book that they had at all the tables at the last gala, and it had all the kids' pictures. On one side it says our fighters, and one side are our angels, and it had pictures of the kids who have passed. And the one thing that I always think about when I look at that book is how real the possibility is that our son's picture could be moved from the fighter page to the angel page. That just scares us half to death. But it's good we are trying to educate people. I don't think people are aware that how little funding there is for pediatric brain cancer, let alone all childhood cancers. 4%.
4%. I think we're worth more than that, personally. Because if you really think take $1, we're 4 cents, if that. And I think we're worth more than that.
We had no idea. We had no idea until we became parents of a child with cancer. So I think it's our job to tell people to get involved before it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody's child. And the sooner we get more research and those cures that we need, the better it's going to be for everybody, because you just never know when you're going to be in our shoes.
Yep.
Going into this next MRI, and then a week later they called and said that it is tumor regrowth. Because of where it was located, Dr. Abramowitz told us that Nicholas wouldn't survive. So that was hard. But he did.
Nick is actually an awesome kid, and he was always fun to be with. So we always joked around quite a bit. He has been through several things, and his family has been his stronghold. But it takes a village. My grandmother once told me, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to cure a child. So we all are on this together.
And that was hard for Nick. He had a hard time with this surgery.
A lot more sluggish coming out of it and
Yeah.
coherent and stuff.
Dr. Abramowitz was concerned because he wasn't answering questions right. They asked him at one point, Nick, do you have any brothers or sisters? He said no. And he clearly has a sister. But that was horrifying for me to see the look in his eyes when you're asking him a question and he's just looking at you like, I don't understand. But the way he describes it, he says, Mom, I knew the question, but I couldn't get it to come out. I just couldn't get it to come out. So that scared me. So I just kept praying, you want your kid to survive the surgery to begin with, but you want the same kid coming out of that surgery that went in. So, and those are, some of the different possibilities with this type of cancer, We started looking at clinical trials, which is very frustrating because there are very few options for children that are looking at clinical trials for this type of cancer. Everybody would tell us, your son's 16, when he's 18, he will qualify. Well, we don't have time for that.
One size fits all doesn't fit your head very well, does it?
Today we were doing the EEG to see if he needed to continue
Seizure
medicine.
It kind of monitors it, and we needed to get that test done today also. So between the MRI and that and a regular clinical visit, that's kind of what we're back up here for today.
This is what it's all about right here.
Yeah.
Family, friends, co-workers, employees, everything. We treat every kid here like they're ours, and if I meet you, you're mine.
Yeah.
That's it.
We could tell.
So he
right
may not
out.
be black, and he may not have French braids, and he may not eat my spaghetti or my fried chicken. He's mine. Team Nick! Woo! That's enough.
He's an awesome, awesome kid. Has the most positive attitude about everything in life, and makes all of us here feel very special when he comes to visit. How are you, my friend?
Great.
You're great? Awesome. I like that. Having that support in research dollars is so important to make sure that those things that are coming up the pike become reality so that we can make the lives of these kids affected by childhood cancer and by childhood brain tumors much more positive.
One of the worst things with this diagnosis, I think, was seeing my dad cry, because that is one thing you never can forget, because that's the guy who, he's the man.
Nicholas has never once complained about this entire situation. He's more concerned about us than he's concerned about himself. When he saw how hard we were taking this, it's like he would go out of his way to make us laugh. Yeah, he's never once complained, he's never once cried, he's never once said why. And it has definitely strengthened his faith in God, and yeah, he's been amazing through this whole thing.
I don't know if I'd be able to handle that if my kid was put through that, because one thing I think about is how hard it had to be for them, because knowing that your kid has cancer, I don't know what it feels like. I just know what it's like to have cancer.
They have this book that they had at all the tables at the last gala, and it had all the kids' pictures. On one side it says our fighters, and one side are our angels, and it had pictures of the kids who have passed. And the one thing that I always think about when I look at that book is how real the possibility is that our son's picture could be moved from the fighter page to the angel page. That just scares us half to death. But it's good we are trying to educate people. I don't think people are aware that how little funding there is for pediatric brain cancer, let alone all childhood cancers. 4%.
4% I think we're worth more than that, personally. Because if you really think that's, take $1, we're 4 cents, if that. And I think we're worth more than that.
We had no idea. We had no idea until we became parents of a child with cancer. So I think it's our job to help people to get involved before it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody's child. And the sooner we get more research and those cures that we need, the better it's going to be for everybody, because you just never know when you're going to be in our shoes.
Yep.
Nick, you are a fighter. You're one brave man. Would you and your family please stand so everybody can see you again? Nick is one of many kids right here in Nebraska that need your help, and that's what we're here tonight, is to raise some money, to give some help to people. By you being here tonight, you are making a difference, whether you bid on a silent auction item, which, by the way, closes in 15 minutes. One last plug to check your phone for that. If you're going to bid on a live auction or make a donation later tonight, you bought a ticket, you're here, you've already made a contribution to our evening. For tonight's live auction, we have some incredible items. You can find them in your program on page 23 and 24. We've got experiences, we've got memorabilia, we've got more. But go to those pages, you can read about the items as we get ready to do that. To get the auction started, we're going to welcome to the stage our auctioneer, who in 2012 was named one of the youngest female auctioneers in the nation, among many other accomplishments. But let's welcome her up to the stage. She's our auctioneer and a current student at UNL, Michaela Mapes. She's going to come up here to get our action underway. So Michaela, come on up. All right, our first item up for auction is an Eric Church autographed guitar. This is one of a kind, donated by Tim Pratt and Dietz Music of Omaha. So, Michaela, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Across the room, we'll have a few ringers, so feel free to get bids in with them. They'll just raise your hand and you can get your bid in. But we'll start off on our first item. Amazing guitar right here. We have a bid online to start at $500. We'll hold it up for you. 1 second. Oh, there we go. Take a look at this nice guitar. Right now, we're going to sell her. Who give me $600 to start? I'm a 500, a little bit now, 6, 9, 6, 6, 500, a little bit now, 6, 9, 6, 6, asking $600. It's a beautiful guitar. 500, 600, a little bit now, 7, now, 7, 7, I'm at 600, a little bit now, 7, now, 7, 7, asking $700. Pretty good price right here. 600, a little bit now, 7, now, 7, 7, I'm at 600, a little bit now, 7, now, 7, 7, asking $700. Who will throw it in? 700, a little bit now, 8, now, 8, 8, I'm at 700, a little bit now, 8, now, 8, 8. How about over here? Do we have any bids of 800? I'm at 700, a little bit now, 8, now, 8, 8, I'm at 700, a little bit now, 8, now, 8, 8. 800, a little bit now, 999, 800, a little bit now, 999, asking 900, 800, a little bit now, 999.
Eric's one of the rising stars in country music. He's got his signature right on there, selling out arenas across the country. This is one of country's biggest superstars. Hannah could attain to that. He's incredible. Eric Church's guitar right here.
Pretty great item over here. Got $900 right there. I'm a 9, a little bit now, 1,000, now 1,000, 1,000, 9, a little bit now, 1,000, now 1,000, 1,000. Come on, chip it in for a good cause. I'm a 900, a little bit now, 1,000, now 1,000, 1,000. I'm a 9, a little bit now, 1,000, now 1,000, 1,000. Final call on this one. Who wants to bid 1,000? 1,000, 1,000 a little bit now, 11, 11, 11. I'm 1,000 a little bit now, 11, 11, 11. I'm 1,000 right over there with Brad. I'm 1,000 a little bit now, 11, 11, 11. Who will give me 1,100? 1,000 a little bit now, 11, 11, 11. Final call. 1,000 a little bit now, 11, 11, 11. 1,100. I'm at 1,100 a little bit now, 12 now, 12, 12. 1,100 a little bit now, 12 now, 12, 12. 1,100 a little bit now, 12 now, 12, 12. Sold $1,100 to number right over there. We'll go and get your contact info.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Okay, our second item is a VIP all-inclusive vacation for 2 adults to the Hard Rock Resort in Mexico. 7 nights, 8-day stay, Cancun Hard Rock. Blackout dates right around the Christmas time. Free transportation to and from the airport. $1,000 travel expense, $1,500 resort credit to be used for massages, tours, golfing, swimming with the dolphins, all those fun things. So here we go.
Okay, up for bid now. We have an amazing trip to Cancun. We're at 3,100 right now. Who give me 32? 3,100 a little bit now, 2 now, 2 and 2. Asking 3,200. 31 a little bit now, 2 now, 2 and 2. 3,100 a little bit now, 2 now, 2 and 2. Who will give me 3,200 for this amazing trip? 31 a little bit, 3,200 back there, 3,200 a little bit now, 3 now, 3 and 3, I'm at 3,200 a little bit now, 3, 3,300 in the back, 3,300 a little bit now, 4 now, 4 and 4, I'm at 3,300 a little bit now, 4 now, 4 and 4, you're out, Tom, I'm at 3,300 a little bit now, 4 now, 4 and 4, asking 3,400, who will give it to me?
This is donated by Jim and Sherry Baldonado and the home agencies. We appreciate them. Come on, let's get this up a little bit. This is a week-long trip.
I'm at 3,300, 3,300 a little bit now, 4 now, 4 and 4. I'm at 3,300 a little bit now, 4 now, 4 and 4. Asking 3,400. Who will give it right now? 3,400 a little bit now, 5 now, 5, 5. Asking 3,500, 3,500 a little bit now, 6 now, 26. You're out in the back table. 3,500 a little bit now, 6 now, 26. I'm at 3,500 a little bit now, 6 now, 26. Asking 3,600. You're out. 3,600 a little bit now, 7 now, 7 and 7. Need 3,700. I'm at 3,600 a little bit now, 7 now, 7 and 7. 3,600 a little bit now, 7 now, 7 and 7. Final call. Who wants to throw in 3,700? 3,700 a little bit now, 8. I'm 3,700 a little bit now, 8. Trip of a lifetime right here. 3,800 a little bit now, 999. I'm at 3,800 a little bit now, 999. We need 3,900. Who wants to bid? 3,900 a little bit now, 4. You're out in the back table again. 3,900 a little bit now, 4 now, 4 and 4. I'm at 3,900 a little bit now, 4 now, 4 and 4. Only 4,000 right here, right now. 4,000. I'm at 4,000 a little bit now, 1 now, 1 and 1. Asking 4,100. 4,000 a little bit now, 1 now, 1 and 1. 4,000 a little bit now, 1 now, 1 and 1. Asking 4,100. Final call. 4,000 a little bit now, 1 now, 1 and 1. Sold $4,000. Back
Great.
with you, Scott.
Congratulations. Moving on, we have a private dinner and wine tour with Vince Ferragamo, former Husker quarterback, former Super Bowl quarterback with the Rams. It'll take place in Newport Beach, California. Dinner for 6 with Vince, who's a great guy. Fun, lots of stories. He'll tell you lots of stories on this thing. You got to agree on the time with him. 2-night hotel stay is also included. This is donated by Catherine Meredith and, of course, Vince Ferragamo.
Okay, great. We are going to start this one off at Lowe's. All you bidders can get in. We're at $500 right now. Who will give me 600? 500 a little bit now, 6 now, 26. I'm at 500 a little bit now, 600 a little bit now, 7 now, 7, 7. I'm at 600, 700 a little bit now, 8 now, 8. I'm at 700 a little bit now, 8. 800 a little bit now, 9 now, 9, 9. Asking 900, 900 in the back, 900 a little bit now, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Got 1,000 over there, 1,000 a little bit now, 11 now, 11, 11. Asking 1,100. Who will give it to me? 1,000 a little bit now, 11 now, 11, 11. 1,000 a little bit now, 11 now, 11, 11. 1,100 a little bit now, 12 now, 12, 12. 1,200 a little bit now, 13, 13 with 13. 1,300 with 1,400 with 1,500 with asking 16. 15, 16, 1,600 a little bit now, 17, 17, 1,700 a little bit now, 18, 1,800 a little bit now, 19, 19, William, 19, 1,900 a little bit now, 2 now, 2 and 2, and 1,900 a little bit now, 2. You're over there, Brad, I'm with you. 1,900 a little bit now, 2 now, 2 and 2. You're out, Scott. 1,900 a little bit now, 2. $2,000. I'm at $2,000 now, 21. 2,000, 2,100. Asking 22 over there. I'm at 2,100 a little bit now, 2 now, 2 and 2. 2,100 a little bit now, 2 now, 2 and 2. You're out at that back table. 2,200 right over there. 2,200, a little bit now 3. Now 3 and 3, asking 2,300. 2,200, a little bit 23. 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4, you're out, Scott. 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4, let's bring her in. Asking 2,400. 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4, I'm at 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4, over there now. I'm at 2,400, 25. You're out, Scott. I'm at 2,400, a little bit now 5. Now 5, 5. I'm with you, Brad. 2,400, a little bit now 5. 2,500, a little bit now 6. Now 286. I'm at 2,500, a little bit now 6. Now 286. Asking 26. 2,600. 2,600 with 2,700. 2,800 right there. Who will give me 29? 29, a little bit now 3. Now 3 and 3. I'm at 29. Over here with you, Scott. 29, 3,000. I'm at 3,000, a little bit now 1. Now 1 and 1, 31. 3,100, a little bit now 2. Now 2 and 2. 3,100, a little bit now 2. Now 2 and 2. Who will give me 3,200? 3,200, a little bit now 3. Now 3 and 3. I'm at 3,200, a little bit now 3. Now 3 and 3. 3,300. Now 34. I'm at 3,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4. 3,400. I'm at 3,400, a little bit now 5. Now 5, 5. Asking 3,500. 3,400, a little bit now 5. Now 5, 5. Final call. 3,400, a little bit now 5. Now 5, 5. 3,400, a little bit 35 right there. 3,500, a little bit now 6. Now 286. I'm at 3,500, a little bit now 6. Who will give me 3,600? Just asking 3,600. I'm at 3,500, a little bit now 6. Now 286. Final call. 3,600. Who will give me 37? I'm at 3,600 over here with Scott. 3,600, a little bit now 7. Now 77. 3,600, a little bit now 7. Now 77. You're out at the far back table. 3,600, a little bit now 7. Now 77. Final call. 3,600, a little bit now 7. Now 77. 3,600, a little bit now 37. There we go. One more bid over here. May get it. I'm 37 right now. 37 on a little bit now 8. 3,800. Asking 39. 3,800, a little bit now 9. 999. I'm at 3,800, a little bit now 9. Who will give me 3,900? I'm at 3,800, a little bit 39. Back over here. 3,900, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4. I'm at 3,900, a little bit now 4. You may get it at that back table. Keep on bidding. I'm at 3,900, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4. 3,900, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4. Final call. Asking 4,000. 3,900, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4. 3,900, a little bit. You're done over there? 4,000, they're not done.
Nice.
4,000, a little bit now 1. Now 1 and 1. I'm at 4,000, a little bit now 1. Now 1 and 1. Asking 41. 4,000, a little bit now 1. Now 1 and 1. Final call. 4,000, a little bit now 1. Now 1 and 1. Sold. $4,000 with Scott.
Congratulations. You're going to have a blast. Vince is fun to be around. All right, golfers, here we go. By the way, silent auction closes in 5 minutes. Golfers, Sand Hills Golf Club package, 4 golfers, 2 days golf, 1 night of lodging at Sand Hills Golf Course. This is, as you know, this is one of the most premier courses in the country. So hard to get on. It values at almost $3,000 to do this package. This is a real gem for you tonight. So golfers, get your hands up. Here we go.
Okay, for the golfing trip right here, we're going to start it off. Who will give me $2,000 to start? How about 1,000? 1,000 back there. I'm a 1,000, a little bit now 11. Now 11, 11. I'm a 1,000, a little bit now 11. 11, a little bit now 12. Now 20 and 12, and 11, a little bit now. You're out in the back. 1,100, a little bit now 12. Now 20 and 12, 1,100, a little bit 1,200 right there. I'm at 1,200, a little bit now 13. 13, 13. 1,300 in the back. 14, 15. Will you give me 15? 15. Now 16. A 1,500, a little bit now 16. 16. Will you 16? 1,600, a little bit now 17, 17, 1,800, 2,000. I'm at 2,000 a little bit. How about 2,500 for a great cause? Over here, Tom, asking 2,500. I'm at 2,000 a little bit now 5, now 5, 5, asking 2,500. 2,000 a little bit now 5, now 5, 5. How about 2 1/4? Asking 2,250. 2 1/4 in the back. Nice. I'm at 2 1/4 a little bit now 5, now 5, 5, asking 2,000. There we go, 2,500. Now 27. Let's do 2,750. Who give me 2750? I'm at 25, a little bit now, 750, 750. We're at 2,500. Who give me this extra 250 right there? 2750. Who give me
Nice.
3? I'm at 2750, a little bit now, 3 now, 3, 2750, 3,000. I'm at 3,000, a little bit now, 11. I'm at 3,000 now. Let's do 3,100. 31, a little bit now, 2. You're in right there. 31, a little bit now, 2. Now 2, you're out, Scott. 31, a little bit now, 2. Now 2 and 2, 31, a little bit, 32. I'm asking 33 now. 3,200, a little bit now, 3. Now 3 and 3, 3,200, a little bit now, 3. Now 3 and 3. Come on, give me the extra 100 right there. 3,200, a little bit now, 3. Now 3 and 3, asking 3,300. Who wants to give in? Right there. Whoa, we're tied. 3,400 right there. 3,400, a little bit now, 5. 35, now 6. I'm at 3,500, a little bit now, 6. Now 6, 3,500, a little bit now, 6. Who give me 3,600? Who give me 36? We're at 3,500, a little bit now, 6. Now 6, 3,500, a little bit now, 6. Now 6. Who give me 36? Final call. 3,500, a little bit, 36. Nice. Who will give me 37? 3,600, a little bit now, 7. Are we in over there, Scott? I'm at 3,600, a little bit right there, Tom. 36. Now we're at 37. 37, a little bit now, 8. Now 8. I'm 37, a little bit now, 8. Now 3,800. I'm at 3,800, a little bit now, 9. 3,800, a little bit now, 9. Come on, one last bid. 3,800, a little bit now, 9. I'm at 3,800, a little bit now, 9. Come on, Scott, over there, get them going. 3,800, a little bit now, 9. I'm at 3,800, a little bit now, 9. Final call. 4,000. We got 4,000. Now 41. 4,100, a little bit now, 2. Now 2 and 2. You're out bid over there. 4,100, a little bit now, 2. Now 2 and 2. 4,100, a little bit now, 2. Now 2 and 2. Final call. 4,100, a little bit now, 2. Now 2 and 2. Sold. 4,100. Table 47.
Congratulations. You're going to love that. That is a great, great golf course. Any Cubs fans in the house tonight? You know, they won the World Series last year. I don't know if you guys heard that. We've got a great Chicago Cubs dream experience. 4 club box tickets, photos on the field after the game. It includes a 2-night stay at the Sheraton Chicago Hotel and Towers, $200 gift card to Shula's Restaurant, donated by the Cubs, Sheraton Hotel and Towers, and Shula's Downtown Restaurant in Chicago. This is a baseball fan's dream to go see a game at Wrigley Field with the world champion Cubs.
Okay. Who will give me $2,000 to start on this great experience? How about 1,000? Who will give me $1,000? 1,000, a little bit now, 1,100 right there. We're 1,100. Who will give me 12? 1,200, a little bit now, 13. 1,300, now 14. 1,400, a little bit now, 15. 1,500, a little bit now. How about 2,000? 2,000, a little bit now, 5. Now 5, 5, 2,000. Now, how about 2,500? 2,500 right there. Who will give me 3? I'm at 2,500, a little bit now, 3. Are you in, Tom? Right over there with Brad. Do you have one? I'm at 2,500, a little bit now, 3. Now 3 and 3. Brad, you're out. 2,500, a little bit now, 3. Now 3 and 3. Brad, you're out over there. 23. Wait, what did you say, Brad? You're at 3? Okay, we're at 3. Now 35. 3,500, a little bit now, 4. Asking 4, Brad. 3,500, a little bit now, 4. Now 4 and 4. You're out over there. 3,500, 4. I'm at 4,000, a little bit now, 5. Now 5, 5. 4,000, a little bit now, 5. Now 5, 5. Asking 4,500. Will you do it?
4 tickets and
now
field
5.
passes, so you can go down on the field after the game is over. 4 tickets.
4 tickets. I'm at 4,500 right there. Now 5,000. 5,000, a little bit now, 50. Now 50 and 50. Asking 5.5 right now. 5.5. 5.5, a little bit now, 6. Now 6. I'm at 5.5, a little bit now, 6. Now 6. 5.5, a little bit now, 6. You're in right there. 5.5, a little bit now, 6. Now 6. Anyone else want to get in on this great experience? 5.5, a little bit now, 6. Now 6. I'm at 5.5, a little bit now, 6. Now 6. Final call. 5.5, a little bit now, 6. Now 6. 5.5, a little bit now, 6. Now 6. Sold. 5.5. 5,500.
That's great. Thank you very much.
The table over there.
Before we move on to our next item, I mentioned that when we were going through the families that are here with us tonight, everybody can quiet down here for just a second. I mentioned the Jeff Hansen family. Jeff is with us tonight, and to tell you about Jeff's story before we auction off our next item, would you please turn your attention to our video screens?
My name is Jeff Hansen. I'm a visually impaired artist.
I'll never forget the day when the physician called to say that Jeffrey's brain MRI was not normal. It was everything but normal. He had the optic glioma that so rarely goes along with neurofibromatosis. We were told that he would be blind by age 30. My dreams for the normal child of what I thought we would be given was gone. We slowly watched Jeffrey's vision decline. We needed to find an activity to put joy into our days. During chemotherapy, he started painting watercolor note cards. To me, it was really kid art. But soon we noticed that something inside of him clicked. He had a gift for colors and a gift for the way that he put them together. Because of his visual impairment, he started using texture.
As Jeff's father, I never thought of his artwork as being great and never saw him as an artist.
I got 16, needed to get 17.
It was only after attending multiple charity auctions where he donated a painting
Come on, 17.
and watching buyers bid thousands of dollars for his artwork that I realized this isn't just kid art. People actually like his art.
Jeffrey and the demand
17-year-old Jeffrey Hansen
for Jeff's art ramped up and continued after he gave to the world.
paintings are the work of Jeff Hansen.
I am pleased to announce the NASCAR Foundation Betty Jane France Humanitarian Award is Jeff Hansen. Thank you. Congratulations.
He said to me, "You know, I think I could reach $1 million by the time I turn age 20.
I really didn't think it was achievable. But as the months ticked by and the barometer kept climbing, I realized he's going to do this.
Hold it to the $1 million mark. God bless you.
I think everyone is touched by Jeff's artwork, but maybe even more so his story.
I just wanted to say how proud I am to know you.
So many people hear his story of philanthropy and say, I have to have a piece of this kid's art. And for Jeff to be at that lowest point and then somehow turn this around, redefine himself, find a new niche, and give $1 million to charity before he's 20 is unthinkable.
Jeff's response to his visual impairment and the adversity that he lives with every day was, let me take this gift, let me provide for myself, but in every bit as a powerful way, let me share it with the world.
How many people in here can say they've donated $1 million to charity by the time they're 20?
Small things done with great love change the world.
How you doing? Yep.
I'm having a great time, are you?
I'm having a great time. You brought a painting with you tonight, right?
Correct, I did.
Before we talk about the painting, I want you to show the people your bow tie and your cummerbund. He likes to coordinate his cummerbund and tie for every event he does with the colors of that event. And there's also some Huskers in here too, right?
Go Big Red.
There you go. Right. Yeah, there you go. What can you tell us about the painting? You called it Tuscan Summer, is that right?
Correct, and it is titled that from when we did a
a family trip to Italy one summer, and that's the inspiration for the painting.
Folks, there you go. He's going to stay up here with me to urge you on a little bit. Michaela, let's get this going. This is a beautiful work of art. Well, and he has done paintings for an awful lot of people, right? Around the world?
Warren Buffett has a painting.
Oh, thanks.
There you go.
Elton John has 2. Billy Joel has 1. Susan Sarandon has 1. And Dale Jr. has 1, and so does Danica Patrick.
Pretty cool. Somebody in here could join that list tonight. So we're going to keep him up here because we may need some more motivation from all you. Michaela, let's get this going here.
I know when I talked to Jeff earlier, he wanted to say one last message.
Oh, yes. I would like to share my mission statement. Every act of kindness helps create kinder communities, more compassionate nations, and a better world for all, even one painting at a time.
It's great. We want to get this auction going, and did we want to get someone up here to help hold the item?
Yes.
Okay, do you want to shout it out to them? Okay, you want to call it out?
I want Rex to come up here and help hold the painting
Rex,
like he did
I
last
want you
year.
up here.
Okay.
The total is not 1 million anymore. It is over 2.6 million.
Okay, tonight let's help make that total even greater. Who give me $10,000 to start? Let's start her off. How about 5? Who wants to give it 5? 5,000. I'm a 5,000. 6 next to me, 6. 5,000. A little bit now. 6 next to me, 6. Asking 6,000. 6,000. A little bit now. 7. 7. 7. I'm at 6,000. A little bit now. 7. You're in right there, Tom. We're at 7 now. 7,000. I'm at 8,000. How about 9? I'm at 8,000. A little bit now. 9. 9,000. A little bit. 10,000. A little bit now. 11. Now 11. You're out. You're out, Brad. 11,000. A little bit now. 12. Now 20 and 12. 11,000. A little bit now. 12. Now 20 and 12. We're at 11,000 right over here. 12,000 right there. 13,000. I'm at 13,000. A little bit now. 14. 14. Win 14. I'm at 13,000. A little bit now. 14. 14. Win 14. We're at 13,000 right over here. Let's see 14. You got it over there, Scott? I'm at 13,000. A little bit now. 14. 14. Win 14. I'm at 13,000. A little bit now. 14. 14. 14. 15 right there. 15,000. A little bit now. 16. 16. William 16. I'm at 15,000. A little bit now. 16. 16. William 16. 15,000. A little bit now. 16. 16. William 16. Think about all the people you could help with this. 15,000. A little bit now. 6. Now 26. I'm at 15,000. A little bit now. 16. 16. William 16. Anything you want to add?
This is a bold and lofty goal, but let's just say 100,000.
Let's get it closer to that. Who will give me 16,000 right now? I'm at 15,000. A little bit now. 16. 16. Will me 16. I'm at 15,000. A little bit now. 16. 16. Will me 16. How about 15,500 just to bring it back up? 15,000. 15,500 right there. Now 16. Who give me 16,000 right there? 16. I'm at 16,000. A little bit now. 17. 17. Will me 17. I'm at 16,000. A little bit now. 17. 17. Will me 17. Who will give me 17,000? No, there's got to be someone in the audience there. 17 right back there. Now 18. 18 now. I'm at 18,000. A little bit now. 19. 19. Will 19. I'm at 18,000. A little bit now. 19. 19. Will give 19. Got to get in back over there. I'm at 18,000.
Also throw in a matching cummerbund and bow tie and a book, and the book my dad wrote about my story.
You really can't beat that. Who wants to give? We're at 17,000 here. Brad, did you have 18 over there? I'm at 17,000. A little bit now. 18. 18. Will 18. 17,000. A little bit now. 18. 18. Will 18. 17,000. A little bit now. 18. 18. Will 18. Come on, someone throw in the 18,000. 17,000. Woohoo! Come on, put up the money. I'm at 17,000. Who will give me 18,000? And someone out there, let's throw her in. How about 17,500? 17,500 right there. How about 18? I'm at 17,500. A little bit now. 18, 18, 18,000. How about 19? I'm at 18,000. A little bit now. 19, 19, will 19. 18,000. A little bit now. 19, 19, will 19. 18,000. A little bit now. 19, 19, will 19. Anyone over there? This side needs to get moving a little bit more. Bid a little bit. 18,000 a little bit now. 19, 19, 19. I'm at 18,000 a little bit now. 19, 19, 19. Anything else you want to add about this?
I'll throw in another one if anyone's willing to give another 19.
We could do 2 paintings. Think of all the people that you could help with that money that you'll be given for that painting. 19 right there. So we have 2 paintings right now. We're 19,000. Anyone else? We're going to keep on bidding on this one. 19,000 a little bit now, 20 on 20 on 20. 19,000 a little bit now, 20 on 20 on 20. And that extra painting will be of a similar size, but you can choose the type of painting that you would like. 19,000 a little bit now, 20 on 20 and 20. 19,000 a little bit now, 20 on 20 and 20. Are we all right to sell it there, Jeff? Do you think that's a good price? Okay. 19,000 a little bit now, 20 on 20 and 20. Sold right there and right there for 19,000.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Rex, thank you for coming up and helping with that. Jeff, so great to have you here with us tonight. Yep. Let's see here. Velcro. There it is.
I got it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's give him a round of applause. It's so wonderful to have him here with us tonight. $23 years old now. Isn't that amazing? Over $2 million raised for charity. That is an incredible story, and we're so fortunate to have him here in Nebraska with us. Next item on the agenda, item number 7, Kansas Speedway NASCAR VIP experience. This is coming up in May, 12th and 13th of May. It's a VIP package, includes 4 hot garage passes, 4 VIP center grandstand seats, 1 VIP tailgate space, for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race on the 13th of May. Winner guests must be 18 or older to take part in this package. So a little racing here down in Kansas City.
Okay, for your racing experience, we have $1,400 to start. Who'll give me $1,500? I'm a 14, a little bit 15 over there. 1,500, a little bit now 16. 1,600, a little bit now 17. 1,700, a little bit now 18. 18, 18. 1,800, a little bit now 19. 19, 19. I'm at 1,800, a little bit now 19. 19. 19 over there. I'm at 1,900, a little bit now 2. Now 2, 2. Asking 2,000. 2,000, a little bit now 1. Now 1, 1. Asking 21. 2,000, a little bit now 21. Right over there. What are you at? We're already at 2,000. We're at 21, asking 22. 21, asking 2,200. 21, a little bit now 2. Now 2 and 2. 2,100, a little bit now 2. Now 2 and 2. Get them back in over there. I'm at 21, and a little bit now 2. Now 2 and 2. Asking $2,200.
It also includes 4 tickets to the Toyota Tundra 250, which is on Friday. So you get 2 races out of this deal. Donated by Patrick Warren, the president of the Kansas Speedway.
Yep. Okay, we're at 2,100 over there. Who'll give me 2,200? 2,200, a little bit now 3. Now 3 and 3, asking 2,300. You're out, Brad. 2,200, a little bit now 3. Now 3 and 3. I'm at 2,200, a little bit now 3. 2,300, now 24. 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4. You're at 2,300 right there, Brad.
You can be in the pits during the race. In the pits.
Yep. 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4, asking 2,400. Who will give it to me? 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4, I'm at 2,300, a little bit now 4. Someone give me 2,400. 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4, I'm at 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4, 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4, final call, get in there now. 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4, 2,300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4. Sold 2,300. Brad, what's the number? What's the table number? Table number 4.
Congratulations, that's great. Okay, our next item is our cutest item of the night. Black male British lab puppies from top British field trial champion pedigree. Wild Wind British Labradors, established in 2001, located in Firth, just south of Lincoln. Wild Wind is a small family-operated kennel with customers from across the world. We've got one of them up here. Oh, look at this thing. Are you kidding me? They specialize in breeding genetically sound British English labs through an extremely selective breeding program generously donated by Steve and Sandy McDonald. Wild Wind British Labradors. Oh my, here we go.
Okay, look at how cute that puppy is. Now we're gonna sell it. We're starting at $600. It's a low price. Who give me 700? 700 a little bit now. Now we me 800 a little bit now. 900 a little bit now. 1,000 a little bit now. 11 a little bit now. 12 now. 12 11 a little bit. 12 a little bit now. 13 13. I'm at 1,200 right now. 1,200 a little bit now. 13 13. 1,200 a little bit now. 13 13. I'm at 1,200 a little bit now. 13 right there. 13 right there. 1,300 a little bit now. 14 I'm at 1,300 a little bit now. 14 14. We're at this front table. 1,300 a little bit now. 14 14. I'm at 1,400 a little bit now. 15 1,500 a little bit now. 16 1,600 a little bit now. 17 I'm at 1,600 a little bit. 1,700 a little bit now. 18 asking 1,800. Such a cute puppy. 1,800 a little bit now. 19 I'm at 1,800 a little bit. $2,000. Not you? You're not bidding? Oh, what are you doing? 2,100 now. You raised it up. 2,100 a little bit now. 2 and 2. 2,100 a little bit now. 2 and 2. Asking 2,200. 2,200 right over there. 2,200 a little bit now. 3 and 3. I'm at 2,300. I'm at 22 right now. Asking 23. She wants to see the puppy. Can someone see the puppy? We got to have a viewing. We at 22 right now? 22? 2,200 a little bit now. 3 and 3. I'm at 2,200 a little bit now. 3 and 3. Am I with you, Scott, over there? 2,200 a little bit now. 3 and 3. You're out right now. 2,200 a little bit now. 3. 2,300 a little bit now. 4 and 4. 2,400 now. 25. I'm at 2,400 a little bit now. 5 5. 2,400 a little bit now. 5 25 right there. 2,500 a little bit. 26. I'm at 2,600 a little bit now. 27 we have 27. I'm at 2,600 a little bit now. 7 asking 27. Final call. 2,600 a little bit. 27. I'm at 2,700 a little bit now. 8 now. 8. I'm at 2,700 a little bit now. 8. 2,700 a little bit now. 8 now. 8. I'm at 2,700. 2,750. Will you give me 28 over there? 28. I'm at 2,800 a little bit now. 9. You know you want that puppy. Who's going to pry it there? I'm at 2,800 a little bit now. 9. I'm at 2,800 a little bit now. 9. I'm at 2,800. 2,850. How about 29? 2,850 a little bit now. 9. 29. How about 3? Make it an even 3. 2,800 a little bit now. 3 now. 3. I'm at 2,800 a little bit now.
We need to bring one of those dogs over here. Keeping.
Yeah, someone needs to see this dog over here.
So he's.
29.50.
Raise your hand so she can bring the dog
$3,000.
over
Will
here.
you do it over here for 3? He's got to look at the puppy first. You know you want to bid it when you see it. I'm at 29.50. Who'll give me 3,000? 29.50. Now 3. Who'll give me $3,000 to go? 3,000. 3,000. 31 right there. 3,100 a little bit now. 2 now. 2 and 2. 3,100 a little bit now. 2 now. 2 and 2. You're out right there. I'm over here at this front table. Asking 32 over there. 3,100 a little bit now. 2 now. 2 and 2. 3,100 a little bit now. 2. 3,150. Okay. Will you do 32? 3,200. Now 33. I'm at 3,200 a little bit now. 3 now. 3 and 3. 3,200 a little bit now. 3 now. 3 and 3. 3,200 a little bit now. 3 now. 3 and 3. Final call. 33. 3,300. 34. 3,400 a little bit now. 5 now. 5. 35. Now 36. I'm at 3,500 a little bit now. 6 now. 2 and 6. 3,600. I'm at 3,600 now. 37. Asking 37 right there. 3,600. 37. Now to the front table again. Will you give it? 3,600 a little bit now. 7. 37. Who will give me 38? I'm at 37 a little bit now. 8 now. 8. I'm at 37 a little bit now. 8. 3,800. Now 39. 39. Now 4. I'm at 39 a little bit now. 4 now. 4 and 4. 39 a little bit now. 4 now. 4 and 4. 39 a little bit now. 4. Last call. Her puppy just kissed her. You could have that same experience. 39 a little bit now. 4 now. 4 and 4. I'm at 4,000. 4,100. 41 right there. Now 42. You're out, Scott. Asking 42. I'm at 41 a little bit now. 2 now. 2 and 2. 4,100 a little bit now. 2 now. 2 and 2. Come on. Final call. 41.50. Let's do 42. 42. Now 43. Come on. One more. Let's do 43. 4,200 a little bit now. 3 now. 3 and 3. 42. 43. I'm at 4,300 now. 44. 4,300 a little bit now. 4 now. 4 and 4. 4,300 a little bit now. 4 now. 4 and 4. Do you want it up at this front table? 44. Who give me 45? I'm asking 4,500. 4,400, a little bit now, 5,955. 4,400, a little bit now, 5,955. Last call. 4,400, a little bit now, 5,955. Only going once more. 4,400, a little bit now, 5,955. Sold, 4,400.
That's great.
Table 5.
And thank you to our young ladies for coming up and helping us with that. That is so adorable. All right, moving on. Our next item, Rex Burkhead, autographed, customized Team Jack Foundation game cleats when the Bengals played the Eagles on December 4th. Rex wore these cleats with the logo of Team Jack. I'm sure the commissioner liked that. You want to come up here and hold these? Have these been cleaned? I hope these are clean. So Rex cleats, he wore these in an actual game this past season.
Okay, who give me $500 to start on the cleats? Who give me $500? Started off low here. How about... Who give me $300 to start? Let's start at 3. Who give me $300? 300, a little bit now 4. Now 4 and 4. I'm at 300, a little bit now 4. 400, now 5. 400, a little bit 500, a little bit now 6. Now 286. 500, a little bit now 6. Now 286. I'm 5 with Tom up here. 600. I'm at 600, a little bit 7, a little bit now 8. Now 8. I'm at 7, a little bit now 8. Now 8. $800. Now 9. 900 right there. Now 1,000. 900, a little bit now 1,000. Now 1,000. 1,000. 900, a little bit now 1,000. 1,000 right there. Now 1,100. 1,000, a little bit now 1,100. A little bit now 12. Now 20 and 12. 1,100, a little bit now 12. Now 20 and 12. 1,200. Who give me 13? 1,200, a little bit 13 right there. 1,300, a little bit now 14. 14 with 14. I'm at 1,300, a little bit now 14. 14 with 14. I'm at 1,300, a little bit now 14. 14 with 14. We're right up here at 1,300. 1,300, a little bit now 14. 14 with 14. You're out over here. 1,300, a little bit now 14. 14. Now 15. 1,500, a little bit now 16. 16 with 16. Asking 1,600. 1,600, a little bit now 17, 1,700, now 18. I'm at 1,700, a little bit now 18, 18 with 18, you're out over there. 1,700, a little bit 1,800, a little bit now 19, 1,900, now 2,000. I'm at 1,900, a little bit 2,000, now 21. 2,100, a little bit now 2, now 2 and 2, 2,100, a little bit now 2. You're out in the back. 2,100, a little bit 22, now 23. I'm at 2,100, 22, 23 right there, now 24. 2,300, a little bit 24, now 25. 25, now 26. 25, a little bit now 6. Now 286. I'm at 2,500, a little bit now 6. Now 286. You're out back there.
And they did win the game.
2,600.
They won that game, so
2,600. Now 27. I'm at 2,600. 27. You're out again. Asking 2,800. 2,700. 2,800. A little bit now 29. 3,000 in the back. Now 31. 5,000. 3,500. We had a mix-up.
Jim Baldonado just had a heart attack.
Okay, we're at 3,500. Will you do 36? Back there. 3,500, a little bit now 6. Now 286. I'm at 3,500, a little bit now 6. Now 286. You're out in the back. 3,500, a little bit now 6. Now 286. In the front table right now. Final call. 3,500, a little bit now 6. Now 286. Sold. 3,500. What?
That is great. Thank you, Rex. Appreciate it. That's fantastic. Okay, another NASCAR experience. This is a VIP experience to a Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race of your choice. It doesn't have to be in Kansas City. It can be anywhere. And you also have a meet and greet with Martin True. 2 all-access garage passes provided for you and a guest with access to the pits and garage during the NASCAR Cup Series race. So here we go. Generously donated by the NASCAR Foundation.
Okay, on this amazing experience, who give me $500 to start? How about who give me 5? 500 right there, now 6. Well, 500, a little bit now 6. Now 600 right there. 600, a little bit now 7. Now 7, I'm in the back of the room. 600, a little bit 700, a little bit now 800, a little bit now 999, 900, a little bit now 1,000. 1,000, a little bit now 11. Now 11, 11. 1,000 in the back. 1,000, a bit 1,100. Now 12. You're out in the back. 1,100, a little bit now 12. Now 20 and 12. 11, a little bit now 12. Now 20 and 12. 1,100, a little bit. You're out back there. You're not in. 11 a little bit now, 12 now, 12 and 12, 11 a little bit now, 12 now, 12 and 12. Who else wants to get in on this? 11 under a little bit now, 12 now, 12 and 12, 11 a little bit now, 12 now, 12 and 12. Asking 1,200 right now. 11 under a little bit now, 12 now, 12 and 12, 11 a little bit now, 12 now, 12 and 12. Only $1,200 to have this experience. 11 a little bit now, 12 now, 12 and 12. Final call. 11 I'm at 12. I'm at 12 on a little bit now, 13, 13 with 13, 12 on a little bit now, 13, 13 with 13. Who will pitch in 1,300 right now? 1,200 a little bit now, 13 right there. 1,300 a little bit now, 14, 14 with 14. I'm at 13, 14 now. 1,400 a little bit now, 15. 1,500 a little bit now, 16, 16 with 16. Asking 1,600, 1,600 now 17. I'm at 1,600 a little bit now, 1,700 a little bit now 18. I'm at 1,700 in the back. 1,700 a little bit now 18, 18 with me 18. I'm at 1,700 a little bit now 18, 18 with me 18. You're in the very back right there at 1,700. 1,700 a little bit now 18, 18 with 18. I'm at 1,700 a little bit now 18, 18 with 18. Final call. 1,700 a little bit now 18, 18 with 18. Sold 1,700.
Great, congratulations. Thank you very much. Back to our golfers now. Next item, Bailey Neal Golf Experience in Holyoke, Colorado. 2 days of golf for four. Includes a one-night stay. Exclusive private course listed as the number 40 course in the country by Golf Magazine. So here we go. Golf for four, 2 days of golf.
Okay, now your golf experience. Who will give me $1,000 to start on this one? We're at 1,000 right there. Now I'm 11. I'm 1,000 a little bit now. 11, 11, 11. 1,000 a little bit now. 11, 11, 11. Right over there. 1,100. Now 12. 11 a little bit. 1,200 a little bit now. 13, 13 with 13. 1,300 a little bit. 1,400. Now 15. 1,500 a little bit now. 16. 1,600 a little bit. 1,700 a little bit. 1,800 on 19. 1,900 a little bit now. 2. We're at 2 right there. How about 21? 21 a little bit now. 2. Now 2 and 2. 21 a little bit now. 2. 22. Now 23, 2300, a little bit now 4, now 4 and 4, asking 2,400, got it right there. Now 25, 2,500, a little bit now 6, now 6 and 6, out with you. You're out over there. I'm at 2,500 right now. 26, now 27, 2,700, now 28, 28 right there. Now 29, 29, a little bit now 3, now 3 and 3, asking 3,000, 3,000, now 31. 31, a little bit now 2, now 2 and 2, 32, now 33, 33, now 4, who give me 34, 34, now 35, 35, now 36, 36, now 37, 3,700, 4,000, now 41, who will give me 4,100, I'm at 4,000, asking 41, you're out over there, Scott. You're in at 4,000 right here, 4,000, a little bit now 1, now 1 and 1, I'm at 4,000, a little bit now 1, now 1 and 1. 41, now 42, asking 42 over here. 42, now 43, I'm a 4,200, a little bit now 3, now 3 and 3, 4,200, a little bit now 3, now 3 and 3. Could be really fun, you should go on this. 4,200, a little bit now 3, now 3 and 3, one last bid. Final call right here, 4,200, a little bit now 3, asking 4,300. Will you give in? 43, now 44. Will you give 44? He's done. 4,300, a little bit now 4, now 4 and 4. I'm a 4,300, a little bit now 4, now 4 and 4. Final call. 4,300, a little bit now 4, now 4 and 4. Sold. 4,300.
Attaboy. Spending some of that Redskins money, aren't we? Thanks, Spencer. All right, Royals fans in the house. Here we go. Tickets for 4 to a game seated in the Crown Club. Also includes an autographed bat from World Series champion, former Husker Alex Gordon. Also included a 2-night stay at the Hawthorne Bed and Breakfast just a few minutes away from Kauffman Stadium, donated by Alex and Jamie Gordon and the Hawthorne Bed and Breakfast. Here you go, Royals fans.
Okay, here we go. Who give me $1,000 to start? I'm a 1,000. How about 1,100? 1,000, but 1,100. Now 12. 1,100, a little bit now 12. Now 12 and 12. 1,100, a little bit now 12. Now 12 and 12. 1,100, a bit 12. I'm at 1,200, a little bit now 13. 13 with 13. I'm at 1,200, a little bit. How about 13? 1,300, a little bit now 14. 14 with 14. You're in over there, Brad. 1,300, a little bit now 14. 14 with 14. I'm at 1,300, a little bit now 14. 14 with 14. I'm at 1,300 right now. Asking 1,400. 1,300, a little bit now 14. 14 with 14. I'm at 1,300, a little bit now 14. 14 with 14, 1,300, a little bit now 14, 14 with 14, asking 1,400 in the back, 1,400, now 15, 1,400, a little bit now 15, 15 with 15, you're out, Brad, 1,400, a little bit now 15, 15 with 15, you're out over there, I'm back here, 15. I'm at 1,500, a little bit now. 16, 16, we're at 16. You're out over there. 1,500, bid 16. Now 17. We're at 17. Now 18. I'm at 1,700, a little bit now. 18, 18, we're 18. I'm over there with Scott. 18. Now 19. I'm at 18 on a little bit now. 19, 19, we're 19. 1,900, a little bit now. 2. Now 2 and 2. 1,900, a little bit 2. Now 21. I'm at 2,000, a little bit now. 1. Now 1 and 1. 2,000, but asking 2,100. 2,000, a little bit now. 1. Now 1 and 1. 2,000, a little bit now. 1. 2,100, now 22. I'm at 21 and a little bit now 2. Now 2 and 2. 21 and a little bit now 2. Now 2 and 2. Asking 2,200. 22. I'm at 22 and a little bit now 3. Now 3 and 3. 22 and a little bit now 3. 23. Now 24. 24. Now 25. I'm at 24 and a little bit now 5. Now 5, 5. I'm at 24 and a little bit now 5. Now 5, 5. I'm at 24 and a little bit now 5. Now 5, 5. You're both out over there. 24 and a little bit now 5. You're in, Scott. 2,400, a little bit now 5. 25, now 26. I'm at 2,500, a little bit now 6. Now 386. I'm at 2,500, a little bit now 6. Now 386. Asking 2,600. 25, a little bit now 6. Now 386. I'm at 25, a little bit now 6. Now 6. 26. Now 27. 26, and a little bit now 7. Now 7. 27. Now 28. I'm at 27, a little bit now 8. Now 8. I'm at 27, a little bit now 8. Now 8. Asking 2,800 for a great experience. 27, a little bit now 8. Now 8. I'm at 27, a little bit now 8. Now 8. Final call. 27, a little bit now 8. Now 8. Asking 2,800. 27, a little bit now 8. Now 8. Sold 2,700.
Congratulations. One final live auction item here tonight. Tom Osborne, who celebrated his 80th birthday, by the way, this week. Let's give it up for Coach, celebrating an 80th birthday. We have a Tom Osborne autographed Winchester Model 70 Super Grade Bolt Action Rifle, exhibiting timeless grace and elegance, which kind of sums up Coach. This exquisite attention to detail and quality of workmanship of the Super Grade Model 70 is second to none. It's autographed by Coach, new in the box, made right here in the USA. So final live auction item of the night.
Okay, for the final item, let's get in. Who give me $1,000 to start? I've got 800 with proxy bid. 800, now 9. 1,000, now 1,100. 11, a little bit now 12. Now 20, 12. Asking 1,200. 1,200, a little bit now 13. 13, 13. I'm at 1,200, a little bit 3,000. 2,000. Okay, we're at 2,000 now. How about 2,100? I'm at 2,000, a little bit now 1. Now 1. Asking 2,100. 2,000, a little bit now 1. Now 1. 2,000, a little bit now 1. Who give me 2,100? I'm at 2,000, a little bit now 1. Now 1. 2,000, a little bit now 1. I'm at 2,100 now. Who will give me 2,200? 21, a little bit now 2. Now 2 and 2. Asking 2,200. 2,200 now. Asking 2,300. 2,200, a little bit now 3. Now 3 and 3. 2,200, a little bit now 3. Now 3 and 3. Asking 2,300. 2,200, a little bit now 3. Now 3 and 3. I'm at 2,200, a little bit now 3. Now 3 and 3. 2,300. Now 2,400. 24 now. 24, now 25. I'm at 24 and a little bit now 5. Now 5, 5. 24 and a little bit now 5. Now 5, 5. 24 and a little bit now 5. Now 5, 5. Asking 2,500. 2,500 over there. Now 26. 2,500, a little bit now 6. Now 26. You're out over there. You're in now, Brad. 26. I'm at 2,600, a little bit now 7. Now 7 and 7. You're out over here. Asking 2,700. 2,600, a little bit now 7. Now 7 and 7. Asking 2,700. 2,600, a little bit now 7. You're in over there. Now 27. I'm 2,700, a little bit now 8. Now Amy 8. Are you in, Brad? 27. 27, a little bit now 8. Now Amy 8. Asking 2,800. 27, a little bit now 8. Now Amy 8. Asking 2,800. Who will give it to me? Final call. 2,700, a little bit now 8. Now Amy 8. I'm 2,700, a little bit now 8. Now Amy 8. Asking 2,800. 27, now 8. Now Amy 8. Who will give me 2,800? Final call. 2,700, a little bit now 8. Now Amy 8. Sold 2,700.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Let's give Michaela Mapes a big round of applause. What a great job as our auctioneer tonight. Good job. Thank you all so much for your generous support here tonight. Before we move on, let's take a moment to reflect on this cause and why we're here again tonight. The Team Jack Foundation exists to raise money, awareness for child brain cancer research, which is the leading cause of death in children tonight. I hope that we keep mentioning that, but that's really a key point we want you to take with you tonight. So we need your help. Now we want you to we want to give everybody in this room an opportunity to make an impact. In just a few minutes, we're going to ask each of you to donate to this cause. As you know, the foundation was granted a $100,000 donation from the NASCAR Foundation to fund a new research project. We've told you that throughout the night, and that's a wonderful thing. Recently, the Team Jack Foundation was approached to be a part of an exciting, groundbreaking clinical trial, but they need your help in funding the last $50,000 of this commitment. This investment provides a brand new treatment to kids with brain tumors. Now, to help me get this going, we brought our dynamic duo from Lincoln Radio here. Please welcome to our stage our friends from KFRX Radio, Matt McKay and Lindsay Nielsen. Matt and Lindsay, come on up here. Take it away, gang.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Good so far? That was weak. I think this will work. How about a Go Big Red? Go Big Red! Love it.
All right.
Okay, so this is the portion of the night where maybe some of those auction items weren't for you. Maybe you didn't win your silent bid item. This is the part of the night where we're going to ask you for money for one last time. Obviously, that's the point of the evening. It's going to help make changes in fighting pediatric brain cancer. So usually I always tell Matt, be quiet when we're on the radio. I say, be quiet, turn your phone off. We don't want you to do that now. We want you to get your phone out. In fact, Matt, do you know how to use this? Probably not.
You were going to show me. Like, we can even do amounts of like $1.
Right. So if you signed up with Qtego, you can go to just the open donate button. And I'm going to do it right now so you can see how you can get this on the screen. It'll be in real time. Our Qtego folks tonight are pretty cool. So even if you just do a $5 donation, my name should come on the screen momentarily. This is going to be a live ticker. So as you donate, if you registered your phone and your credit card when you got here tonight, you're going to be able to see your name on the screen in real time as we donate throughout the night. Yeah, Jennifer, Michael. My name's Lindsay. It'll be up there at some point. So we're going to ask you to do that. And of course, if you want to make a check for your business, that's an option over this next portion. It's tax deductible, of course, credit card. If you're just carrying a bunch of cash, that's cool. We'll take that too.
Now, all the folks in orange are going to be able to help you out if you did not register your phones. Could you put your hands up real quick? Let's give it to the folks in orange. So here's a game that some friends of mine and I play is at dinner time we get done and then we all throw our credit cards on the table. And then the waitress comes over and picks one up, and they're responsible for the entire bill. If you want to come up with a number at your table that you're all comfortable with, it's kind of fun to do, and then everybody else has to buy drinks. So try that one out if you want, but we're going to start this off with $9,000 because we're going to be talking about people. We're going to be talking about what $9,000 actually means. We hear that number, we're like, what's that actually going to do? Well, we want to touch on some of the things in clinical trials. And when it comes to $9,000 for an entire year, that will take care of 3 kids in a clinical trial. That's crazy to think, if you break it down for an entire year, what $9,000 can do. So if you can give that $9,000, 3 kids for an entire year in a clinical trial.
If you see the image on the screen, that takes a lot of money to do clinical trials. And as we've heard tonight, it makes a difference. Team Jack has funded clinical trials that have made a difference and that are fighting pediatric brain cancer, which is phenomenal. So all of that money that it costs, about 50 grand to do a clinical trial, like he said, we're doing $9,000 right now. So if you can donate $9,000, if you have it, if you are able, if your table as a joint effort can donate $9,000, now's the portion where we want to show you off. If at any point at this portion of the night you can donate that, there's these little cards in the middle of your table, white papers with your number that have your table number. You hold them up if you're able to donate, and our staff members will come over to you. $9,000 is what we're asking, that you can fund patients, children who need these clinical trials. That's what the $9,000 can do.
Now we'll break it down into the $3,000 mark, $3,000, and we like to throw in some like side incentives too. I was thinking something. Where's Will Compton? Where's Will? Will, could you stand up for a minute? Will, when he was in college, wasn't this thick. Will has been doing so well, and I think everybody obviously knows the story of Will and how he went from like this third-string guy into this starter, into this amazing captain. But here's my deal. I'll let you take me out into the hallway 10 yards apart for $3,000 and full speed knock me out. I swear to you, I'm not full suit and I'll take it off. If somebody does $3,000 and wants to see it, it'll be in your name. I've got health insurance. Don't worry, I'm not suing anybody. Hey, Will, I swear to God, I want it to happen. It's a weird fetish of mine. No, you don't have to do the $3,000. Somebody would, but will you? If somebody donates $3,000, we'll go out to the hallway 10 yards apart. You can take me out. All right, $3,000. Who wants to see it? Come on.
I want to see it. I want to see it. I don't have any money though. My husband spends them on Kansas City Chiefs tickets. Let's go. Who's got $3,000? We're gonna see Will the Superstar. Total tackle in the hallway. $3,000. If your table can do $3,000 at a donation tonight, you can raise the paper in the middle of your table for your table number, and a staff member will come help you. $3,000.
We'll even do it right here on stage.
Oh my! Watch out for the piano.
Shirtless.
Okay. I hope you mean Will shirtless. No offense, Matt. I hope. $3,000. Offer still on the table, just so you know. It still stands throughout the night. How about $1,500 though, and what this can do for kids?
So here's the cool thing about $1,500. If you break it down, $4.10 a day. And when you think of $1,500, you're like, ew. But if you do break it down $4.10, then you can make it happen. And if you do want to write a check under your company's name, your boss won't mind. It's all good. I already talked to them tonight. So $4.10 a day, $1,500 mark. So make sure if you want to do that and you're still like, I still don't know how to do it, don't feel silly. The ones in orange are still standing in the same spot and they want to help you.
So our goal is $50,000 tonight, and even if just 730 guests, we have that many people here tonight, if even 10 people gave our $1,500 was what we're asking for, we would be a portion of the way there. So we're looking for $1,500. Again, if your table as a joint effort wants to do the $1,500 donation, raise your table card. We'd love to give you some love, and we can get that going. Maybe we need an incentive. Maybe Rex Burkhead. Where's Rex?
Rex?
Where's Rex? Hi, there he is. Maybe he had some touchdowns this year in the NFL for the Cincinnati Bengals. Maybe he'll do a little touchdown dance with you if your table donates. Yeah. How about that? You down? You didn't do much dancing. You need to work on that. Maybe your wife can help you with that. But I have a feeling you'll get more touchdowns. We'll be good. All right, is your table donating? All right, table 15. Let's hear it for him. $1,500. Thank you so much. If we have any other tables that want to donate $1,500, you raise your table card and we will recognize you. And again, anytime you can donate through the Qtego link, and it will appear on the screen as we continue. So our next level is $500.
$500 and a table of 10. What's the math on that? 50? $50, right? Yeah, $50 a person, and that can actually fund one child for 2 months. So $500 if you guys can chip that in together. Whoever's interested in that, $500. Talk to each other. Let's make that happen at a table, please.
Can we hear $500 for a table? You just raise your table card if you were able to donate $500 either individually or as a table. If you do that, if you missed out on your silent auction item, we had a lot of good free wine tonight. Maybe you need to drink a little more. You feel a little bit better about that donation. Really good meal as well. So $500 is going to help make a difference in this clinical trial. We're trying to fund actual patients, actual kids, like our brain tumor warriors that we had here tonight. So if you want to make that donation, you can raise the card. What about an incentive? Who do we need to pick on next? What about Amir Abdullah? What about Amir? Amir looks so nice today, by the way. He's such a sharp-dressed man. Amir, will you take a selfie with someone who donates? Yeah? Okay, you're going to get a selfie with Amir if you would like to donate. Who wants a selfie? Maybe a little duck face in there? I don't know. Maybe a snap. All right, we got a donor in the back, 53. Are you willing to run all the way back there, table 53? I know you're fast.
Over there now. We're doing selfies now.
Okay,
it's
selfies.
Live selfies. Right now, we're just doing them. He's going to be running around the place.
Back corner, Amir. While he's running, maybe Kenny Bell will be our next selfie guy. Where's Kenny? Kenny, will you take a selfie with somebody who donates $500? Okay. We're trying to make money. Don't give it away right now, Kenny. Okay, so $500. All right. If you can make a donation for your table of that much, Kenny's going to take a photo with you.
I'll do it for $1.50. $1.25. Let's make deals here.
All right, $250. We can continue with that amount. $250. If anybody can donate that, we will be able to help as a table. All right, Western Camp table, $250. All right, let's hear it for them. They want the selfies. Kenny, come take a selfie with them. Come on. Selfie time. Here we go. $250. Kenny will take a selfie with you, too. If you got $250, we can help fight pediatric brain cancer. We can help fund the patients of the clinical trials that Team Jack is working so hard to fund. So $250 as a table, as an individual, whatever you can give. We got another table in the back. All right. What's your number?
Is this for Kenny? Kenny, we got another one. Keep your eyes open. We're going to keep those hands going up for $250. Look at that run. Nice. Juke. Take it to the left. Ow. And you get to touch the fro. Such a beautiful thing. Thank you, Kenny, for doing that. Keep your hands up, too, so he knows if you're doing the $250, he's going to come by. This makes a great Christmas card. Another one. Keep them high up. Keep them high up.
Table 64.
We've adopted Kenny. Merry Christmas.
We'd put Amir to work, but he's still chatting because he's so nice over there. I think he's just going to switch tables.
Yep, right to the back. Any other 250s, raise it high. Kenny's running slow.
Rex, you're going to have to take over. You get the next selfie for the next $250 table donation with Rex Burkhead. Who wants a selfie? Who wants to donate $250 to take a photo and help fund pediatric brain cancer research with these clinical trials? $250 as a table together or individually. You raise the card in the middle, and we'll get those going. Table 64 doesn't have anybody yet. Rex, you can go back there. Table 64, raise their card, right? You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, 64. Nice job. Should we do the any donation?
All right. Yes, so anytime you want to we got a table in the back. Okay.
What do you want?
You take your pick. Which superstar do you want?
For $400, we'll give them all to you. A full selfie of the ones that are walking around. You down with that, $4 bills? No? Okay, we'll get to the any amount part now. This is the fun part. If you want to throw it on the table, talk with your friends, and then find out if you guys want to say $10 a piece or whatever the case may be. Lindsay and I will do it for a quarter. We'll do selfies for a quarter, huh?
Nobody wants to.
All right, this always works well every year. Yeah, see you
All
later.
right, we got some tables over here donating $400. Okay, we'll send the fellas over there. Rex, head over to this corner, please. You're going that way. Kenny, you're going that way too. The table in the corner. You're going to take some photos, please. Amir's still over there. Bless his heart. He's still chatting. He's still taking photos. I love it. This morning, or today, Amir's like, "Hi, I'm Amir." I know that. I know who you are. Thanks for coming. So if you would like to donate...
Where's Jordan Westerkamp?
Oh, right here in the front.
Jordan, can you do me a favor? I'm going to throw my phone and see if you can catch it.
Behind your back.
Bam! I'm serious. Are you comfortable with this? I'm not. Tommy, where's Tommy? Tommy, can you come up here for a minute? Where's Tommy? Tommy, come up here for a minute, please. Okay, I'm going to give you my phone, Tommy, with no insurance on my phone, by the way. It's actually not mine. I just found it on a table tonight. It's got money in it. Tommy, I'm going to give you my phone. Jordan, I want you to go for the pass. Whatever breaks in here, it's not my fault. Let's give it up for Tommy real quick.
Be good to it. Oh, I got cash in it.
Yeah, it's got money in it, too. All ones. No, what are you doing? What? No underhand? Watch out, there's something here, too, please. Hey! Ho, 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 ho! Thank you.
Awesome. So at this point, if you can donate anything, whether that's $100 or $5, this is where we truly ask you to thank yourself for coming out tonight. Think of those kiddos, of all of our brain cancer warriors we met tonight. Think of them and make a donation of any amount, whatever you can do. Team Jack and their foundation, they are so, so thankful for it. So you're going to see your name as you donate live across the ticker. Like I said, $5, $25, $100, $200, we'd love it. If you can donate, we ask you to do that at this time, and thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
That's great work. We'll get the thermometer back up a little bit later on in the program as well. We're at over 23,000. We're a little close to halfway to where we want to be. Before we move to the next item of the program, I want to share something with you that you will not find in your program. One thing I see here tonight is how much heart and hope that we have for this cause. Everyone I talk to wants to try to do something more. After we heard Nick's inspiring story, I think we can all agree how tough people like Nick and the other families here, their children have been in fighting this terrible disease. There's one special family in this room tonight that wants to do more right now. So let me welcome up one of our great benefactors to Team Jack, Jim and Sherry Baldonado and their family from the home agency. Jim, you want to come on up here, Sherry? Come up here. This family and the home agency has been an incredible supporter of the Team Jack Foundation. Jim's a personal friend. I hope he doesn't share too many stories about me, but Jim, turn the mic over. This is dangerous. I'm turning the mic over to Jim Baldonado. Here we go.
Thanks, Greg. Well, since you brought it up, a few years ago, it was at a different fundraiser, but you really look good in that Speedo in my hot tub at the lake. And I've got pictures. If anybody wants to give me $10,000 for that picture, I'll sell it. Anyway, thanks, Greg. We've been involved with the foundation for over 3 years now, and the courage that these kids show never ceases to amaze me. And after seeing Nick's story tonight and his family's commitment to the cause, we would like to make a special donation in Nick's name to the foundation. On behalf of our family, the business that we own, the home agency, some of the staff that we have with us down here, plus some very special friends that we have with us, it is our pleasure to donate $50,000 to the Team Jack Foundation in Nick's honor to all kids with cancer. Look out here. We got to get this one. Jim, thank you and your family and the home agency. That's puts a little lump in your throat. Speaking of putting lumps in your throat, when I watch the NFL on Sundays and I watch the Chiefs, every time I see Eric Berry, puts a lump in my throat. He was named the NFL Comeback Player of the Year. I got to mention his school. He did play at Tennessee. It hurts me to say that, but was a great Tennessee Volunteer. He got an ESPY for being the Comeback Player of the NFL. He was recognized for his great play on the field, but also for his return to the football field after battling Hodgkin's lymphoma. He was among the top defensive backs. He is one of the top defensive backs in all of the National Football League. Let's take a look at Eric's story.
Chief Safety Eric Berry has been diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma. Chief Safety Eric Berry has been diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, a form of cancer.
Eric Berry out for the season, prepping for a much bigger fight. Eric Berry out for the season, prepping for a much bigger fight.
Just because it's a cloudy day, don't be cloudy day, don't shine sun. Like I had to just push myself to the limit every day. Because it's always gonna be light, it's always gonna be light at the end of the tunnel. Tear nothing, attack everything. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm just excited to be here.
Good evening. Good evening. All right, first of all, I'd like to thank Ms. Bree and Mr. Andy, along with the Team Jack Foundation. You know, I'm truly thankful to be here to be able to share with you guys. I also want to acknowledge the Cornhuskers, man. Y'all, this is a wonderful thing that you guys are doing just to come together and come together for a great cause. I think that's truly special because a lot of people go on about their own separate ways. A lot of athletes do so. But the fact that y'all can come together and do something like this, I think is truly special. So don't take that lighthearted and continue to do that. I'd also like to thank the families that came here and was, you know, pretty much sharing their stories with me and sharing with everybody else. I know it's a tough time for a lot of you all, but it's also refreshing to hear that a lot of the people going through the same battles are the same ones that I went through. Because it's a lot of times where you look too far ahead and you really don't know what to expect and you don't know what's to come next. But I'm just here to tell you to just try to take the battle at one day at a time, not even one day at a time, one moment at a time. And that's one of the main things. And there was a few pivotal moments throughout my battle, throughout my journey, that really stand out to me and really, like, I guess created some momentum to my comeback and my recovery. And I ended up having a chemo treatment on Christmas Eve. You know, I wasn't really worried about it. I had already made up my mind, like, all right, cool. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm okay with it. I'm good. But when I woke up that next morning on Christmas Day, I came downstairs and saw my mom, and my mom, she kind of jerked when she saw me, and I didn't really understand why she did so, but I had a real bad allergic reaction, and like my eye was swollen shut. I couldn't really see. I had a whole bunch of rashes all over my body, and we didn't really know what was going on. So she tried to play it cool, but I could see it on her face. She was very concerned. So my brothers were actually at home because they were on a Christmas break. They had to leave to go to a bowl game. So as soon as they left, she like pretty much piggybacked me into the car, threw me into the car, said, we're going to the emergency room. So I'm like, man, I'm really not feeling the emergency room. I already made up my mind. It's cool. Like, I'm not worried about it. It comes with the territory. So we're swerving down 85, headed to the hospital. She's on the phone like, yeah, we're on our way right now. He's in the back seat looking like a monster. I'm like, thanks, Mom. So we're swerving. We're going on. We're headed to the hospital. We get to the hospital, and we walk in. I see the nurse, who I think is one of the best nurses ever. And she looks at me and she's like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. I've never seen this before in my life. So she quickly sits me down and gives me an IV, you know, of Benadryl. And at this point, I'm pretty much immune to Benadryl. Like, I could stay up through the IV and everything. So I'm just listening to everything that's going on and what everybody's saying. So they call in this specialist, and this specialist, he's supposed to be a guru. He's supposed to know everything that's going on with me. He's seen all types of, you know, reactions and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, cool, come on, bring him in, I'm ready. So he gets in, he bends down, looks at me in the chair, steps back, looks around, looks at me in the chair again. Yeah, I don't know what this is. So I'm like, all right, great. So while he was over there on the phone or on Google, whatever he was doing, trying to figure it out, luckily it was an intern there. And this intern, he had on his lab coat, and like I wasn't too confident in him, I'm gonna be honest. He had on like all I could see was his lab coats and his boots were not up to standard. So I didn't think he was gonna do a great job. So, but luckily this intern, I should have had more faith in him. He had just completed a course and did a project that was funded by cancer research. And he knew exactly what the reaction was. It came from a particular drug called bleomycin, and he had did a whole full project on it, presentation and everything, and he knew exactly what it was. And we just took that out of my treatment, and everything went a little smoother. Everything wasn't great, but that was one less thing I had to deal with. And to any of the families that are in here, you know that one less thing you have to deal with is so crucial, it's so critical, whether it's a diet thing or a nutrition thing, or if it's just simply being able to get some type of rest. You know, so the fact that he was able to do that, and that program was funded by the dollars that are raised in this room. Like, the people that take that moment to give that dollar or give that $10 bill, $5 bill, whatever it is, like, it goes to situations like that. So when I see foundations and people raising money for causes like this, I'm a byproduct of that. You know what I'm saying? So don't look at it like it's just, oh, we just giving money just to give money. Like, people are truly impacted by the moments that you take to give money for a cause. And this is a great cause. And then I had another moment where I had to go to Kansas City and talk to some kids. They were young kids, and they were going through chemotherapy, all type of cancers. You know, we were just all in the room, and I was supposed to be going there talking to them about nutrition, talking to them about, you know, giving them tips on, you know, different stuff that I was doing that helped me. And we just talked about that for about 10 minutes and ended up talking about car collections and PJ Masks and Teen Titans Go cartoons and all that stuff. So, but at the same time, like, it was cool because a lot of these kids were young. So, I mean, like 3 years old, 5 years old, all the way up to probably about 10. And some of these kids had to get like 72-hour drips, which is pretty much, if you don't know, it's like a constant chemo treatment throughout that whole time. Like 72 hours, you're getting chemo for that amount of time. And they were just in there, and at first I couldn't really understand like why they were so happy. And like, why were they smiling and why were they so interactive, not just with me, but with each other? And it kind of confused me at first, and I couldn't understand it, but I got caught up in doing the same thing because it's never really about what's in front of you or what's behind you. It's all about that moment. And that's what I learned from them kids and meeting with those kids at that time. It just came down to a moment. And then, like I said, like you get so caught up in looking forward to, oh man, what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen next week? Those kids weren't worrying about that. They didn't know anything about tomorrow or next week or next year. They were just focused on that one moment, And that's what I took from that. And that's where I want to say thank you to the kids in here, kids like Nick, kids like Jack, the Cornhuskers, for allowing him to go run that touchdown. Like, that was cool. Because I looked up that video when I was going through treatments. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, like, you can be inspired by anybody. So the fact that I was inspired by those kids at the hospital that day, like, I just want to be able to do the same thing for the kids in here and whoever. And just know that the kids in here don't think that what you're going through is going in vain either. Or the families, because it's just as hard on the families as it is on the kids. I know it's hard. A lot of people overlook the caretakers, but it's a lot of stress. Like Nick, my pops, he was crying too. I had to sit there and rub his back while he was crying. And it's a difficult situation. You don't know how to handle it, but the only way you can is just be strong. Be as strong as you can. Don't try to be strong outside of your character. If you feel like being down that day, take a moment, think about it, get in your feelings for a minute, but just realize you got to keep trucking. You're very well capable of doing so. And just live in that moment. Like, prepare for the future, learn from the past, and embrace that moment. So I want to thank you guys for this opportunity, and I want to thank the kids here and the families here for inspiring me once again, because you guys have motivated me in this offseason to do even more, not just with my career, but with my life as well. And everything I do, I want to do it with a purpose. And everybody in this room should be able to do the same thing, should have that same goal. Don't just go out here just to do something, just to do it. Like, do it with a purpose behind it. Like, do it for a reason, do it for a cause. Just like the Cornhuskers, like, this is a perfect example of that, man. Y'all just not here just to chill and kick it. Like, it's a lot of, you know how it goes, it's a lot of people out here just doing that. But you guys took a moment out of your time to come here for a great cause. And me, I look at the little things, I look at the essentials, and I truly admire and truly respect that. And I just want to leave you guys with that, man. Just embrace the moment, embrace each other. When you hug your family member, they should know that you love them. They should feel it. You should give them all that you have in that moment. When you tell them you love them, they should know that. They should feel that. Because a smile, a hug, laughter goes a long way, because that's all you can focus on in that moment. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you guys, and I hope that you guys have a great evening, and I hope y'all reach all y'all goals. Thank you.
You want to take questions? Hold on. Eric is up for taking some questions. Bridget Fargen is going to roam. Raise your hand if you've got a question. She's in the back, so raise your hand if you've got some questions for Eric. I'm just going to start by, you were sitting with Nick tonight. A lot of families are here. You had that great quote about keep looking for that light, it's there. Is that the best thing you can tell families that are going through this thing right now?
Probably one of the best. I mean, I just look at it like, if you really look at the sun, like on a cloudy day, like it's a cloudy day, and being in the Midwest, you know, a lot of the days in the Midwest start off cloudy, but at some point in time, the sun, the sun comes out at some point, and just because you can't see it because of the overcast, the sun is going to be there. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? The clouds come and go, but the sun will always be there. And like, just control what you can control, and try to focus on that.
How much did football motivate you to get back to playing? Was that something that helped drive you to get through your treatments?
Honestly, football didn't motivate me to get back. My family motivated me. Those kids I told you I met with, hearing about other people's testimonies, seeing other stories, that motivated me. Seeing people in different situations, like, I feel like my situation was at one point, but I saw a lot of situations that were a lot worse. And me realizing that it could be a lot worse than what it was, I think that's what pushed me to keep going, because I knew a lot of people out there wanted to be in my position and wanted to be able to get out of the bed and run and actually be able to exercise. So I just wanted to give everything that I had for the ones that wanted to have that opportunity.
Any questions for the audience? Raise your hand if Bridget's got the mic. How are you now? Are you cancer-free? How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I just carried over a lot of things that I learned from going through cancer, which it might sound weird, but I'm actually thankful for that experience. It refocused me, but it allowed me to get to the core of things. You know, like my mom, like I loved my mom before, and she knew that I loved her. I knew she loved me, but me having to go through that and seeing how important like unconditional love is, like things like that we kind of, I wouldn't say take for granted, but don't emphasize enough. I think that's one of the things that kind of pushed me through it. So,
anything from the audience? Right down here in front. Oh, Andy's got one for you. Look out.
I didn't see anybody else volunteering, so I thought I would take a run at it. Mr. Berry, we've been so blessed with athletes to support this cause. What's your message to them in terms of using their platforms to help get a disease like pediatric brain cancer on the national agenda?
His mic's on. Here, take this.
The one thing I would say, even before athletes get involved into that, I would say just take ownership of your talents, take ownership of your craft, take ownership of anything that you do, because a lot of times you get funneled into this category where a lot of people try to steer you in a certain direction. But I think they should use their influence definitely for a positive thing, but for what they want to. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely needs to be an awareness brought to this cause. But that's the first thing. You got to take ownership of what you have and what your talents are, and then put it towards this. Because if you just have someone telling you to do it and your heart's not in it, then there's no reason for you to really do it.
Let's hear it for Eric Berry.
Thank you.
That's right. Thank you again to Eric Berry for coming up to Lincoln and sharing his message for us, and he gives us all somebody to cheer for on Sundays. And as a Chiefs fan, I can't wait to get to the Super Bowl at some point in time. Folks, we've got a real treat. We're going to bring our friend Hannah back up. Is that okay? You guys okay with that, to do that one more time? Feel free. We're going to put the thermometer back up on the screens. So one last opportunity for you to make a donation.